part of the HyperX Podcast Network.
Hi, Ray. How do you do? I have snack food copy here if you're ready for it. It's been a while. We haven't done Japanese snack food copy in a hot minute.
Oh, no, we haven't.
But I have here a bag. You can hear it. A bag of Niche Rich.
Okay.
Truffle and black pepper potato crisps.
All right. Now, niche is spelled the standard spelling on that?
Yes. Same with rich.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Like nouveau riche, but niche riche.
Niche rich, though. Isn't nouveau riche doesn't have an E on the end?
It does.
Okay, well, this does not. It's niche rich.
I see. Truffle what?
Truffle. It's truffle and black pepper.
Oh,
or no,
okay.
beef. Wait a minute. Was that black-haired Japanese beef? That can't be right.
Mystery meat.
Yeah, you know that famous Wagyu with the jet black hair? It's one of those.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Love a steak with a good beard. Continue?
Yeah. The slogan above Niche Rich, I believe, just says, people who know it know mariage, marriage. Oh, is that, I don't know if that's the company's slogan or if that's like, they're saying that it's a marriage of flavors.
Marriage.
All right, I'm gonna skim the back here. I've never seen this before. This is a blind reading. So this is probably gonna be Japan style. There's gonna be some kanji I don't know. Let's wing it.
Okay. 10 and 10.
Well, Nomo, whoa. I'm asking you. Okay, a deep flavor fried potato and the ingredients, the excellence of them, they smell good. Furthermore, you pull and it can stand up. Ingredients that you put together, roll together so that when you bite it in your mouth, it spreads. Marriage is enjoy marriage. A little bit niche, and a little bit rich. It's that kind of flavor.
Okay. And a little bit rock and roll.
A little bit country and a little bit rock man. Oh my God.
That's it?
Yeah. And then below that it just says truffle and Japanese beef. High quality meat. The excellence of high quality meat, is abundant. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I can't imagine there's beef in these chips.
Yeah. Now, you want to do an edit pass on that?
No.
Just do it again, but better.
No! Chips! You're gonna eat them anyway!
The flavor spreads.
Doctor, the flavor is spreading.
And we are very grateful.
And we are here for it.
Take a bite today. Well, that's great. I love a good Japanese snack food copy.
It's always fun.
Of course, in Japan, a snack is a snack bar.
Yes, thank you.
And they don't really have snacks there.
No, well, they do.
Well, it's not like they're serving bushels of Cheez-Its or anything.
Yeah, they're not serving your Reese's Pieces.
No.
It's usually cocky pea.
Right.
And that's about it.
You might say the real snack is a nugget of good advice and information from the bartender lady.
Get out.
It's No More Whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Ray Barnhold, Wallaby Wrangler, and with me, as always, the first FDA-approved over-the-counter co-host, Alex Fraioli.
You can buy me at a Walgreens.
Or Rite Aid.
Or a Rite Aid. Or a Wrong Aid.
Or CVS.
Don't go there. Or CVS. The address is CVS.
No, don't go to Wrong Aid.
No, don't go to Wrong Aid.
Okay. Big news right at the top of the show, Alex.
What? Right out of the gate? What's going on?
Right out of the gate.
All right.
Because I want to get this over with. This is probably one of the things all the hardcore fans of No More Whoppers would be waiting for.
Yes.
This is huge news. People have said they enjoy listening from episode 1 and following our journey or whatever. Those people have clinical issues that need to be addressed. But here is the big thing that you probably want to know. This is the biggest thing I could tell you at this moment on this program. I'm having a baby.
What?
Wrong music.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, I've known for a little while because I subscribe to the newsletter.
You
but,
knew for a little while and then forgot.
I did.
And then renew.
My memory is spotty at best.
For those of you listening, I told Alex in the fall when this was first announced, and it was over Discord chat, of course. And then he said, yes, congratulations. Well, that's cool and all that. And then a couple months later, as we were talking about planning for the show and doing stuff like that, I just offhand mentioned, you know, of course, when the baby comes, this will be more of a challenge and so on and so forth. And then he replies, oh, is that something I knew beforehand?
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say.
Was I supposed to know that?
Well, I mean, at least I had the self-awareness to know that it was something that I probably knew.
Right. Well, I presented it in such a way that, yeah, I implied that you probably should have known that. And so thankfully you did use your deductive powers too.
Thank you. Raymond, it's been a whirlwind couple of years. And I try to remember the big things, but sometimes there's a lapse in my memory.
You're going to blame the pandemic is what you're telling me?
I'm blaming myself trying to operate in the pandemic.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so we're having a baby pretty soon here.
Cool.
And you know that I'm Tiffany. Hello.
Hi, Tiff.
I've typically been very private on this show. There's a lot of things I don't tell you all about my personal life, my loved ones, et cetera, et cetera.
You sure went into detail about the kidney stone.
True enough. That was fun, though.
That was great.
But this is one of those things where I probably couldn't avoid it. It was probably going to come up sooner or later in some sort of story, you know.
Even Elon Musk couldn't hide that he had a secret child.
Right. You know, it happens to the best of us. I'm sure there would come a time where I'd have to tell a story like, you know, my baby whacked me in my dinger and so on and so forth.
I keep tripping over this rattle that belongs to my wife.
Yes. I mean, hell, I had enough of a struggle mentioning a girlfriend years before.
Oh, wow. That's right.
Who then turned into a wife.
There you go.
And now mother.
Cool.
To my baby boy. It will be a boy.
Okay.
Yes,
have you decided on a name?
Yes, the baby's name will be Cool Mo D. Barnholt.
Yes! If she shoots that down, though, I do have some recommendations.
All right.
Okay. I'm very partial to Plaxico Danger.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got?
Master Higgins.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Richie Rich in parentheses, not the rich one.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and how's Hooded Patooey? How does that sound?
Pretty good. We'll see.
That's all I got.
We'll check that. We actually do have a name. I'm not going to be revealing that quite yet.
Wait, I think I know what it is.
Yes?
Paisley! Is it not?
Yeah, named after Paisley Park, of course.
Okay.
Paisley!
Great.
Patohi.
Great. That's I recorded a demo reel for a voice acting website I made a profile on, and that's the only cut that I've taken from it to use as a drop.
Paisley!
Okay. I thought it stood out. I thought it was very nice, very robust. Yeah. We'll get into that later. What?
We have a name. It's partly made up, and by that I mean, it's something that I wanted to make up, at least from an English/American perspective.
Okay.
But we workshopped it a little bit, and it actually turns out it will have a meaning in Vietnamese as well. My wife's Vietnamese,
good.
of course.
Right.
So there's that going for it. That's about it.
In Japan, they called it Famicom.
Are you calling the child Famicom?
Yeah. No, that's the middle name, actually.
Okay, family computer. Okay.
Let's see, what else? Oh, yes. The due date is July 26th.
Okay.
Which,
you can't get it in there 3 days early?
Well, you know, many people have their babies a bit earlier and they have them a bit later. So there is still an outside chance that the baby will share a birthday with Alex, which, of course, is a chilling thought on its own.
Yeah.
But it is entirely possible, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, congratulations on this soon-to-be addition to your party.
Thank you. Yes. It is, of course, quite surprising. Not that it was an accident, I mean, but Jesus, that's not what I mean. A surprising thing to happen to me as someone who never really expected it to happen all that soon, even. Like, I don't know. I've not had a lot of, partners over the years, and so never really thought about a child as such. But she, at least, was wanting to have one, and we talked about it for quite a while, and I was supportive in the end, and so here we are.
Very nice. Well, that's great. I hope everything goes smoothly. Keep me updated.
Yes, things seem to be going smoothly for the most part.
Okay, good.
Mom did not have too many problems.
Nice.
Wasn't the type to get sick or anything, and
okay.
Had some food cravings, but not wacky food cravings. Just the
not like wacky food cravings like truffle and black Japanese beef potato chips. Okay.
No, not those kind of combos. Yeah, no.
Okay. Oh, how about combos?
No. Mostly the things she already liked. The only weird thing was that she really wanted Coca-Cola.
Oh,
she's not a soda drinker.
Yeah.
And my wife usually drinks like room temperature water.
Okay.
Not into cold drinks all that much. So that was the most abnormal thing.
Interesting. Before I was born, my mom was she was really going ham on not ham, but Boston cream donuts.
Okay.
And they are like hands down my favorite donut. One of my favorite treats of all time.
Oh, sure.
So I think maybe there's a correlation there. If your wife was chowing down on, I don't know, off the top of my head, Twizzlers pull and peel. Kid's gonna love those.
I don't think they sell that anymore.
What?
I don't think so.
How are you supposed to eat a Twizzler?
You don't, in my case. I hate them.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to need some time off to pull and heal.
Those are very disgusting to me. I never liked Twizzlers.
Yeah, they're kind of gross.
No. I never understood it.
Very waxy.
Yeah, just make you feel sick in general.
I feel like the pull and peel is at least more an approximation of candy. But OG Twizzlers are just really waxy to me.
On the candy spectrum, yes.
Yeah, just the original Twizzlers are just very plasticky.
Of course, on the candy spectrum, it's 0 to 10, and 0 is like dirt, and 10 is actual candy. So
yes, it's a logarithmic scale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going back to names.
Fun. Yes.
I don't know if I ever told you this before. I was almost named Zachary. Can you believe that?
Zachary?
For a hot minute there, I would have been Zachary.
Wow, Zach Barnholt sounds like a cool dude.
It is more 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely a more 90s name.
I feel like Ray is more timeless, though. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was named 90s. After my dad. My dad is also Raymond, so.
There we go.
Raymond/Ray, of course. And
I see.
So, yeah, I guess they just settled. They just settled on Raymond. How about you? Were you always going to be Alexander, or what?
I think I was named after a priest that my parents knew in Venezuela.
That's true. We did cover this not too long
ago.
Yes,
we did. Yes. I believe the priest's initials were AJ, and he was a friend of the family when they were living in Venezuela.
AJ Styles?
It was AJ Styles, okay. Yes. He gave my parents the Holy Communion and then DDT'd them to hell and back. It's a typical Venezuelan greeting down there.
Yes. Well, I suppose they like lucha down there.
I guess. I don't know.
Good workout. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so there was no other names in contention.
I don't think so. No.
Nothing more Italian.
No.
All right. Well, I had to make a joke of that somehow, so there we go.
Well, great.
Yeah, I've told you everything I want to tell you, so those are the basic facts.
Great.
We are releasing this episode closer to the due date, so when things are finally released to the public, maybe we will have a baby. Because then, I can concentrate on taking care of the baby.
Yes.
Yeah. I also planned it, so this is coming, of course, very soon to when I start school again for the fall, so I made sure to only get online classes this time around.
Yeah, good idea.
So I can stay home and hopefully not be bogged down with stupid, shitty work. We shall see. It's just a little bit much having to be 39 and A, going back to school, B, having a child, and C, trying to run some sort of attempt at a video game company.
Oh, boy.
All in this socially anxious bundle that is me.
It's a fun bundle, though.
You know, I have my misgivings about how things are going to play out over the next 18 years.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to relax lately. I know that sounds hilarious to you, but
a little bit.
I've been such a bundle of nerves for the past month. I started getting very bad. What I think are stress headaches, where it just feels, it starts behind my eyes and it just feels like my brain is melting.
Yeah, but a headache. I've had headaches. I've had migraines.
Yeah.
I wouldn't characterize them as behind the eyes.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you've done more reading on that, but I've never had a pain behind the eyes. So much.
I talked to a customer who gets stress headaches, and he says that they can start from behind the eyes. I think it depends. Everyone's different,
Yeah, I mean, I do get stress headaches. I do this show with you, of course, and so I get them quite often. But it's usually just right in the front plate of my forehead.
Right in what we call the Alex lobe.
Yes, the Alex zone,
which I like to believe is adjacent to the Lisa lobe. She's a cutie, isn't she, folks?
I mean, you less so.
Hey, I'm gonna.
You got something going on, but not.
I want to go to the doctor. Boy, it was supposed to be last week, and now I think it's going to be next week because this doc is only open 4 days a week, and I have things that keep happening. I want to go to the doctor and just confirm with him, like, this is normal, right? Because it's been kind of painful. Like, I'll wake up with it sometimes. I'll wake up with this pain sort of in my brain part.
Yeah.
But on some days it's not that bad. And some days it gets like I just pop a couple aspirin if I feel it coming on, and then it's fine.
All right. Well, at least there's that, right? Like, at least it doesn't persist too long.
Well, it does until I take the aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
If I leave it on, if it's just a little twinge, I can just shrug it off. But if it's the twinge, but then it starts spreading, then it's time to pop an aspirin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm good with my head. I know my brain.
Do you?
Yeah, ask it anything.
Who are you?
Alex.
Was that the brain speaking or you?
Alex.
I'm Alex.
Sick.
Whatever you're reaching for better be a sandwich because you're going to have to eat it.
All right.
Boy, well, you did bring this up in our Discord, and our fans in our Discord, of course, are the highest caliber of medical experts.
Yeah.
And so someone did mention, maybe it was related to your LASIK, since you mentioned eyes so much.
Right, and I looked into that as well, but I don't think so, because a lot of the LASIK complications seem to deal with dryness in the eyes and the front parts of the eyes, the corneas and everything, and those are fine. Those are not feeling dry or in pain or anything. It's all inside.
All right, so your corneas are not too corny.
It's all inside what we call the cloister of the melon.
Yes.
That's a technical term.
Just like the Alex zone.
Yes, welcome. It's a mashup. It's basically a ROM hack. It's a mashup of Alex Kidd and Fantasy Zone.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Kidd.
Yeah, you should play it.
Not to be confused with Space Fantasy Zone, which is a mix of Space Harrier and Fantasy Zone.
No. Okay.
Jerk.
Oh, rude, Des.
No.
Yes.
Rudeness.
Yeah.
Alex's impression of a Japanese ska fan.
Thanks. Ska. I've been working more lately. I've been doing more voice work. I'm trying to lean real hard into this. And I think we're making some strides because, I've been doing freelance work for Career Bank for the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been pretty good. They've been getting me work every now and then, but it's always kind of just like work on the side. It's nice supplementary income, certainly.
Right, of course.
And that helps out because the bar is nobody opens a bar to get rich. Let me say that.
I'll tell you what, anything related to an employment or an employment agency with the word bank in it probably isn't going to be that great.
No. I mean, I don't think
they got an ulterior motive,
I don't know. I mean, I think I will need, I raised my rates with them a couple months ago. I think it might already be time to do it again.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on how busy I'm going to get, because I started working with, I talked about this last episode. I'm working with this new agency, with the very flaky woman.
Uh-huh.
I talked about this, right?
Flaky woman, yeah. Walking down the street.
Thank you. She gets the funniest looks from me. I mean, to summarize, I signed up my customer, Katz, who is in advertising. He said, hey, you should apply to these 3 talent agencies in Japan. And I said, okay. So I did. 2 of them ignored me. 1 of them got back to me. So I went down to their office to meet them, and they're like, cool, we'll put you on the website. I think I tweeted that out.
Uh-huh.
And then they contacted me for a job, and then I did the job. And then Katz is like, how much did they pay you? And how long are they going to use your voice for? And when are they going to pay you? And I'm like, I don't know. I should have asked that before recording. And he's like, yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
So then I started, emailing with this very flaky woman back and forth. And she could not give me a straight answer about anything.
That's
and
how it
I
usually
started
goes, as it turns out, in capitalist societies in general.
Yes, and I started to get a little suspicious. I even showed one of the emails to my wife, and my wife's like, she used the wrong kanji here.
What?
So like, yeah, this woman seems extremely scatterbrained.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, well, I think we can pay you in September, maybe. Cool, how much? We don't know.
She used the kanji for April? No, I'm just kidding.
And then, so this is where new information starts here. I was contacted by someone else from their company, a younger woman, who says, hi, I'll be your new, liaison with the company. I'm blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm working for the same company. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I was immediately, astounded to be dealing with, what seemed to be, from every angle, a competent human being who was able to answer my questions. Because I responded with, hi, yes, great. Yeah, I've been dealing with this real flaky woman who is not really answering any of my very important questions about the work that I've already done. Can you please just tell me how your company handles payment and what your thing is? And she replies with, oh, yeah, sorry about that. Shacho can be so scatterbrained sometimes. And I'm like, hold up.
The boss?
She's running this monkey farm, Frankenstein? She's the boss? She's the shacho? She's the sheriff? Turns out, yes, the scatterbrained woman is the president of the company.
Wow.
And so, like, that, it almost gives me a little more confidence in the operation.
In some sense, yes. I mean, is it a really small operation?
It's very local, yes. And it seems like she's very scatterbrained. She is smart enough to delegate this responsibility to a young woman who is responsible.
Well, smart enough after how many weeks of, or months or years.
Yeah. And within a couple of days, I had a straight answer. Here's how much you will be paid. Here's when you will be paid.
Okay.
And I'm like, thank you so much. Why couldn't, like, is this new information that just came to light that you couldn't share with me previously? And then to follow up on that, I got my second job with them. I recorded voiceover for a TV commercial that is, I don't think it's nationally syndicated, but it is going to air in several prefectures, I believe, for a juku or cram school.
Okay, right.
So if you were on the fence about sending your kid to a cram school, maybe my voice will turn the tide and change your mind.
Yeah, not to be confused with Jukujo.
No, that's something else entirely.
Right.
They're both positive investments in your future.
You might find a Jukujo at a Juku.
That's true. That's very true.
Not out of
right?
the
It's
realm
probably a saucy teacher.
Yeah. Say
that's the update with them. It's very fun. Oh, also, this leads into my my audio gear talk. I don't want to bore everybody by talking audio equipment because I easily could.
Yes, you've certainly tried very hard with me, and
I tell you these things in chat on Discord because I need somebody to talk to about that. I don't have anybody else. It's just you, buddy.
Well, now apparently it's going to be the listeners of No More Whoppers.
Good.
So,
yeah,
not as bad as you thought.
Right. So yeah, I was in the market for a new microphone because I've been getting into, I got to start at the beginning with this shit. Cause this all starts with voices.com.
Yes.
I don't think I talked about that last episode. I think this is a new development.
May have been mentioned, but go ahead. Yes. This is a new place for you to get some work.
Yes. I'm trying to get voice work. Partially just cause, I want money, and my wife and I, again, we're thinking about buying an apartment. We're going to look at some tomorrow. Would like to make some money on the side, and I like using my voice. I would like to use my voice more for work. Cut that.
I don't know. It's pretty perfect.
Yeah, maybe leave it in. a little window into the no-mo process.
Little window to Alex's recording process.
Hey, everybody.
Part of Alex's vocal exercises. The big belch right at the beginning. You want to get it all out.
Yeah, this is where the magic happens. I registered. I did a quick search, and I'm like, what are good websites for this? Voices.com was like overwhelmingly one of the top websites to do voice work remotely. And so you can make an account for free. But hey, guess what? You're not going to show up in search results unless you get the premium or I forget what it's called.
Yeah. Or unless you are pre-popular.
Yes. Yeah. I think it is premium. Yeah. There's premium and then there's platinum. And premium is $500 a year. Platinum, I believe, is $3,000 a year.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
So I think platinum's for like, you're a supreme voice hustler.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can't see how that's worth it.
You're not quite there yet.
No. And I was like, I'm not paying $500 for a premium service for a website. And then I got an email. This is how they get you. That was like, hi, welcome to voices.com. As a welcome gift, here's $125 off your first year. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. You're making it a little bit tempting. So I decided to bite just to see what it's like.
Sure.
It is adding a lot of stress to my life. I think that's why I've been very uptight about the past month. It has spurned me to become a weird audio gadget fiend. I've been spending most of this month watching YouTube product comparisons.
Yeah.
Trying to squeeze and wring every little bit of quality from my voice that I can.
Sure.
So I started with this site, and my goal was I'm going to stick with it until I make that money back, until I make back the $375.
Okay. Yeah.
So my plan to do this was like when you apply, like you have to audition for jobs. And the way you do that is they supply a sample script, you record it, you record 15 to 20 seconds of it, and you send it in. That's it. If they like you, they'll get back to you. If they don't, they'll just ignore it.
Okay.
And when you request your own fee, now the shitty thing about voices.com is they take a flat 20% cut off the top of every job you do, which
fucking percent.
It seems excessive.
God.
Yeah. Now when you request a rate for a job, the client will give their budget. So for example,
right.
$100 to $200.
Oh wait, can I stop you just 1 second? Because I went to their website.
Yeah.
And of course, they show all their top class clients like Microsoft and BMW and Discovery Channel. So then I'm like, oh, of course they're going to charge 20%. Like,
yeah,
because they're bilking these guys and they can afford it.
Yes.
Or the people that these people hire, they can afford it. Yeah.
Yes. And anyway. That's why when you request a rate, you can enter a number either into the total requested fee that the client pays, or you can just type a number into how much money you want to receive after that 20% is taken out, and it'll do the math for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And no, it's very helpful because yes, I understand, but I mean, the site didn't used to do that. The site didn't used to do that. The way that it used to work was like you just enter the amount that you want. And then the site would add 20% on top of that without telling you, and then give that number to the client. So, for example, if the client's budget is $800 and you request $800, the client is going to come back at you with, I can't afford $1,000.
Right. Yes. I see.
Yeah, they have changed the system so that it's more transparent. You see exactly what they're paying and what you're getting.
Yeah.
And my plan was, here's what I'm going to do. I want to very quickly make back my money on this 1 year of premium, because I don't know if I'm going to stick with this. I don't know if it's worth it. But if I can make back that money, I will feel much more comfortable in using the site for the rest of the year.
Right. Okay.
So I was just going right to that total fee field and entering $375 for every job I was applying for. And eventually one of them bit.
Okay. And
it was actually the only job that asked for a private audition, because there are, if a company likes your demo reels, they can go to you and ask you to apply. Because a lot of the work, it's a lot of hustle on the part of the voiceover person.
Yeah, of course.
It's a lot of just, trawling the search results and looking. That's one of the perks of premium, is they just send that to your inbox every day. Like I get 5 to 10 emails from them a day saying you are an 80% match for this, you're a 75% match for this, and then I'll submit auditions for those.
Yep, it's the same with all that shit. Fiverr and Upwork, and yeah, of course.
There was one client who saw my demo and my monster truck demo and was like, hey, we need a monster truck intro for a vlog. And we really like yours. Can you do that? I'm like, sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
A vlog?
So, it seems, I don't know.
Like someone on YouTube posting about their trip to the monster truck rally?
No. It's they wanted it done in monster truck style. It's,
okay.
It's something called Voltage, your digital growth partner.
All right.
So make of that what you will.
Our episode this week sponsored by Voltage, your digital
growth partner. We have to say it at the same time.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm
One
not
more
going to
time.
say
Ready?
it. No.
Hang on. Okay.
The bit's over.
Here we go. 3, 2,
the bit's
1.
out.
Try a cracker. Okay, fine. God damn it.
Patreon.com/numberwalkers.
So that's, I'm ecstatic because I've already broken even with this website. And now I've got the rest of the year. We're going to see if I can get any more jobs from it. I did get accepted for another job, but I don't think it's going to go through because they demand a very quiet atmosphere. It's for text-to-speech R&D.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and they demand absolute silence when you record. They need a noise floor of minus 60 decibels, which immediately had me running to YouTube to find out what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
And then I found out what that means, and it turns out I have like maybe minus 50 even or 45 on a bad day, like if there's a lot of traffic or construction outside.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just submitted the audition, but I put a noise suppressor on it. And they accepted it. And then I felt guilty because it's for a lot of money. So I replied with, hey, I just realized I accidentally had my noise suppressor enabled when I sent you that audition. It looks like my noise floor is not that good. It's only 50, not 60. Like if that's if that's a deal breaker, I will humbly back out right now. But here's anyway, let me know. Love you. No, forget that.
What are you doing?
Yeah. But so, look, I submitted another demo. They wanted another demo. So I recorded another demo without any kind of filter at all. And then they will see that it's garbage and then they will cut me loose. No fuss, some muss.
Yeah. Well, imagine what would happen if you didn't do that.
Yeah. I'd be, on the hook for something I can't deliver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe,
hang on a second.
maybe not. Now I went to voices.com, like I said. And I did look you up, and I just think it's funny that the first thing I see, the first sample on Alex's page is something called nitpicky, frustrated, stern, irate, whiny.
Paisley! Ray.
It's the No More Whoppers experience.
Raymond, I have to play to my strengths.
Of course.
You know this.
That was just beautiful, I thought.
I did that because I need to stand out And
Okay.
what do I do really well? It's yell at you and gripe and complain and,
Paisley!
it's that.
How do you hold fucking pistols in your feet?
Oh, that should be on there. That's great.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm gonna.
No, what the fuck? No, this is no.
Oh my God. I've got more voice stuff to talk about, but let's scatter it around the episode. I don't want to dominate every segment with recording shit. What else is going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, we could take a break if you want. I mean,
Is it?
we've probably shocked people with my baby news, so
Yes, they're still reeling.
it may be worth taking a break at this point. How about that?
I don't know. It feels like it's a little too soon, but okay.
I mean, why not, right?
Fine.
Anyway, when we return, No More Whoppers.
Brought to you by Genuine Chevrolet, the cars more Americans trust. By All Sport, now with B vitamins. It's more than a thirst quencher, it's a body quencher. And by Pennzoil, the motor oil that works like liquid ball bearings.
Video Death Loop is a show where we watch a short clip on loop until one or both of us can't take it anymore. Each week, one of us picks out a video the other does not know about to their dismay. Video game cutscenes, TV show openings, music videos, and occasional horse videos are just some of the clips we've ran, and we're 5 seasons in. Check us out every Friday.
We're back as No More Whoppers. I'm Ray, that's Alex.
Hi there.
Alex, let me first roll back the clock a little bit. Do you remember?
Roll back. Yes.
It may have been my first trip to Japan, but one of those trips to Japan.
Sure.
You and I were in, again, some train station, possibly Tokyo Station or whatever, and we saw an establishment called Italy.
Yes.
Right?
Italy is Italy.
Italy is Italy. Well, I got another big monumental news. Okay, not as much, but they're opening an Italy in San Jose, or have opened an Italy in San Jose.
Quoi?
That's right. Italy is Italy, and so we have one of these in the big mall in San Jose.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to go, and I'm gonna need you to order one of everything on the menu.
All right. That will prove to be quite a lot because apparently there are 2 restaurants in it.
Okay.
So Italy is apparently part storefront. You can, buy all sorts of Italian food stuff.
Sure.
But then also have 2 different restaurants. One is called La Pizza and La Pasta.
Is that Italian for something?
And the second restaurant is called Terra.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun.
I'm reading an article here about it.
That's
it says,
fun.
La Pizza and La Pasta highlights Italian classics like the Neapolitan pizza, cooked for 90 seconds in wood-burning ovens, and signature fresh pasta dishes, like spaghetti al
90
pomodoro.
seconds? Oh, wow.
Made using 3 ingredients. I don't think the spaghetti's taking 90 seconds, just the pizza.
No?
Yeah.
Have you ever had spaghetti in a coal-fired oven?
No, I'd love to try it.
It's not a recommend.
Okay, well.
And they're
maybe
going to play
it'll be-
authentic. They're going to play authentic Italian music while you're eating. All right.
Tickled.
Yeah.
I'm properly tickled. Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. Wait, what do you mean there's 2 restaurants?
I'm reading the facts here, man.
There's Italy and then what? Beatly?
No, there are 2 sit-down restaurants on the top floor of Italy, Silicon Valley. La
So
Pizza
wait,
and La Pasta.
I thought
and Terra.
Italy was a restaurant.
Well, no, apparently the concept is it is like a full-featured, like, mini Italian mall in a mall.
What? You are shitting my brain right now. My God.
I apologize.
That's fine. It's fun.
I'll wipe up later.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, let me know how it is.
Yeah, my wife does want to go. She's the one who pointed it out to me. So she pointed out this article, this newspaper article. Terra is a rooftop restaurant and lounge inspired by the elements of earth and fire, where all dishes are cooked on a wood-burning grill. The restaurant highlights several types of gin where customers can build their own cocktail. Well, that's more of a Jeremy Parrish thing, not so much me, but yeah.
He's a big gin guy.
Yep. For quicker bites, the ground floor offers an eatery, not Eataly, eatery.
Okay, all
where
right.
customers can get gelato, freshly made tiramisu, and cannolis, as well as street food favorites like the Roman pizza alla palla and Italian roasted coffee.
Sounds good.
And then there's a picture here of a woman browsing a wall of wines. And then the third floor has a vast collection of 10,000 high-quality food products from more than 2,000 regional Italian and domestic producers. That's a lot of producers.
That's a lot of producers.
With more than 100 varieties of olive oil, unique chocolates, sauces, and pastas.
Cool.
It boasts more than this is a lot of numbers. There's a lot of stats here for Italy.
Yeah, it really is.
I didn't think this would keep going, but 500 types of cured meats and cheeses.
There's not that many. There's not that many.
Some hard to find outside of Italy, like 18-month aged Parmigiano Reggiano.
All right.
That's the Reggie Fils-Aimé cheese.
Yes.
40 kinds of Italian salami and prosciutto. From all 5 DOPs. Now, you know what that is, Alex.
Department of Defense.
No, I asked you because you're the Italian.
Oh, without papers, without passport.
Well, you got one syllable right.
Dith?
I'm getting these giggles now. Hold on.
Good.
It's the denominazione di origine protetta, or protected designation of origin. Importers of prosciutto that are hard to find in the U.S.
Okay.
Like Rovagnati.
Okay. I had Mrs. Rovagnati for chemistry.
Anyway, yeah, okay, there we go. Wow,
that sounds fun.
A spokesperson said, you could really do all your grocery shopping here.
Okay.
What sets us apart is, first and foremost, we are Italian.
Oh, why is that so funny?
We are bringing great representation of Italian products in the marketplace that is very hard to find. I imagine that, you can just imagine that in an Italian accent. I think that's why that sounds so strange, but yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll be heading there soon enough.
All right.
Possibly even this weekend. Who knows?
Good.
We're heading to Italy.
I'll meet you there.
It is apparently a worldwide chain.
Yes.
Makes sense considering that the only place I really saw it was in the Tokyo train station, but yeah.
I've heard it referenced on some Earwolf podcasts before.
Okay. So it's in LA at least.
Yeah.
And now it's in the South Bay.
Sounds nice. I'd love to go there.
All right. We'll make plans.
All right, good.
Now,
hi.
I have even more to say about Italian food.
What is it?
You've had your pizza loop. You've talked about it before.
Oh, no. Are you stuck in a food loop?
No, I had an anti-pizza loop.
What the hell? Wait, hang on. They came to your apartment and kept taking pizza from you?
Not quite. Let me explain.
Okay.
So it was my birthday recently.
Okay.
And the special boy, that's me, decided to get a special round table pizza for the first time in a while, about a year. Round Table Pizza, of course, my favorite chain since I was a kid.
I didn't know that.
Yes, indeed. Because it was the closest one to our house, as opposed to Pizza Hut, which was like 5 miles on the other side of town. So I've only been to Pizza Hut like twice.
Oh, I like Pizza Hut. Oh, I used to like Pizza Hut. It's been a while.
So they set up a Round Table Pizza in one of the shopping centers when I was a kid.
Okay.
And so that was very formative for me. Great pizza, of course. As I found out later, they started in San Jose.
Okay.
So I could have been going to the original Round Table Pizza maybe around here. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. But anyway, yes, the anti-pizza loop. So shortly after we moved into this new house, we got in the mail, addressed to my mother of all people, a coupon, sort of a welcome to the neighborhood coupon. You sort of get these things from random businesses that you don't really care about. One of them was the local Round Table. And it was $20 off any order.
What?
And yeah, right, because Round Table, not the most cost conscious of the pizza places in America. They've always been fairly expensive, and with inflation, boy oh boy, pizza's going up. Anyway, if I were to order one just straight with no coupon or anything, like the final cost with tax and everything would have been over $40 just for like a large pie.
Gah.
Insane. And so, yeah, even then, even in the 30s for a medium, right? But anyway, I got this coupon, and we were sitting on it for a while. It expired on June 23rd, which was 3 days after my birthday. So the thing is that you had to present it at time of purchase. So there was no codes on it. There was no way for me to, like, just use it online or whatever. Basically, I would have to go to the location and order in person for a takeout pizza and then wait for it, which is what I did. So I went in there, not the day, was it on my birthday? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I went in there some weekend and, ordered a Hawaiian pie. I usually would just get pineapple by itself. I ordered their specialty Hawaiian pizza, which is pineapple plus ham, but I didn't want to, I didn't feel like going too crazy that day. So I just went with, ham and pineapple. It's been a while since I had the ham. Who really cares?
I care. I'm hanging on every detail here.
The lady at the counter types in the order and everything, and then I pull out the coupon, the mailer coupon, and I say, do you think you'll honor this coupon? She takes a look at it and basically says no. They can't do that. They can instead just give me a basic coupon for a large pizza, which was something like $6 in the end, $6 off.
Okay.
I said, okay.
What was wrong with your coupon?
Then she gave me the final price of the order, and then I reiterated, like, okay, so you guys will not take this or support this at all, because I didn't say this part, but it's because this chain sent it to me, this location. It has your address right here. It's the one on this road. I'm going to the one here. But apparently, no, it doesn't have any kind of scan code on it, and we can't scan those here.
What does that mean?
It means that I think in reality, the Round Table, the Round Table compound in, wherever in America the main headquarters is now.
It's in Regina, thank you very much.
Just distributing these coupons, come what may, without any regard anymore as to any sort of codes, barcodes, what have you, anything that could be registered on them. Because it didn't actually have, it had a teensy little like faux QR code on it, but that wasn't for scanning. I think that was for like the postal scanning. Oh. So I just took it because it's my birthday. I'm not the type of person to call the manager anyway. I just went with it. She did at least give me some money off just for the fact that I had a coupon with me. So fine, whatever. This house can afford it. It's fine.
Jesus Christ.
So I just, had the order. Went ahead and got that. Waited about 30 minutes. I went to the grocery store next door and just browsed for a bit. Decided to get some drinks. Might as well, right? Some special drinks for my special pizza because I'm a special boy.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Just a couple of energy drinks and then like a pack of Coke for my wife, actually, as a nice treat for her.
Sure.
It was small plastic bottles of Coke, but in a plastic sort of ring carrier.
Oh, Natsukashi.
Right. So I pay for all that. This grocery store chain, by the way, Lucky is the grocery store chain.
Lucky?
Well, if I may go on another tangent, you know how you like to bring up Jeff Lundgren?
Yes.
On this show.
What, did you see him there?
No, but Jeff Lundgren, they called him in the magazine Jeff Lucky Lundgren.
Oh, right. That's right.
I remember a magazine where they just showed a picture of him standing in front of a Lucky store. Be like, hey, it's a store for Jeff Lucky Lundgren.
Okay. I don't like to bring him up. I worked with him once.
Yeah. Guess what? He says the same thing.
And it was
I don't like to bring him up.
And it was a very never meet your heroes situation.
Yeah. He disappeared off the face of the earth. It's fine. But
okay, good.
I hope he's doing
well.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys who, like, if you told me, oh yeah, he was at January 6th, I'd be like, oh yeah, of course he was.
What the fuck? Come on now.
Like that, I'm not saying anything about him, like, politically,
that
but
doesn't mean anything.
No, I mean, it means that, like, if you haven't heard from someone in like decades, and then you hear, oh yeah, they were at the insurrection. You'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? All right, it does say something about it. I mean, that's just a comical guess. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, yes, a comical guess. Let's put it that way. Otherwise, a pretty coded thing to say. Otherwise,
yeah, I don't know.
You wouldn't say that in general conversation.
Probably not.
Anyway, because of that picture in that magazine 25 years ago, whenever I see the Lucky Grocery Store, I'd think of him. So you and I are at least on the same wavelength half the time.
Me too. That's like whenever there's a chalkboard at work, and whenever I look at it, I think of Chris Slate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see?
It might also be something that someone else may think of.
Yeah.
So a curious thing about the Lucky stores, they don't have baskets.
Oh.
I've been to like 3 or 4 of them in the Bay Area. None of them have baskets. They're all carts.
Okay.
So for someone who's just walking in to casually get a couple of drinks and a pack of Coke, can't really carry them easily unless I get a basket.
Oh, boy.
Nevertheless, I resigned myself to thinking, I can probably carry these out. I can put these in a chokehold, essentially, and carry them out the door.
Yeah.
Walk back to the car. The car, by the way, is still parked down by a round table, which is at the other end of the parking lot. I pay for my things. I exit the store as I'm holding the plastic carrier of Coke, which then, as I take 3 steps out of the door, breaks and spills 3 bottles of Coke. Not spill, but 3 bottles of Coke drop to the ground.
Yeah, they are now active weapons.
Yes, not that necessarily. More the fact that I already have my arms full.
Yeah.
I can barely do anything at this point. I am wearing my cargo shorts, with some big pockets, because it's a hot day out.
Yeah, of course.
I do my customary audible laugh at myself. Ha whoa, ha in case anyone is walking by or anything and sees what's going on. And so I try to think fast. One of the Cokes dangling off of the plastic thing is I grab that and just try and stuff one into my pocket in my shorts. Try to do that with 2 of them.
Cool.
The 3 Cokes have been loosened. There is one now on the ground. I literally cannot pick them up with what I'm already carrying, so I have to put some things down, but I still cannot feasibly carry these all the way to the car. It's going to just drop or slip out of my arms again. Right outside the store, though, there is a planter box, sort of a large planter, so I just decide to pick up that 3rd Coke, stick it in the corner of the planter box so it cannot be seen, then continue walking to my car. I open my passenger door, toss all the drinks onto my passenger seat, drive then up to the planter box to get out of the car and grab my 3rd Coke that I paid for. Thank you very much. And then drive back to my parking spot at Round Table, where I then wait another 5 minutes for the order to be ready.
Okay.
Not really a great adventure altogether. The pizza was great, don't get me wrong, but it started off really bad, that whole trip. And didn't get much better.
What I'd like to see is I would like a secret, candid recording of the 20 seconds of you driving up to the planter to make it look like, yes, the seeds I've planted are finally ready for harvest. No. And you take out your fully grown Coke plant, and then you drive off to get a pizza.
No, I was very swift.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is late in the day. Not a lot of people going in and out of the store necessarily.
I will keep that in mind.
So I just drove right up to the side of the store, burst out of my door, grabbed the Coke, and then ran back inside the car.
I wish I could have been there.
Don't get me wrong. It was a funny scene all around from beginning to end, but not quite as dramatic as you're imagining.
Aw.
Yeah, so that's what I would call the original thing with the coupon was what I call an anti-pizza loop, because they kept me out of the loop. I couldn't have a loop because they didn't want to honor my $20 coupon. Instead, I got $6.
Yeah, that's I think that's what we call the pizza ramp.
Yes, okay, pizza ramp.
They're making you go uphill just to get one.
Exactly. There you go. I like that. Yeah, okay, pizza ramp.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck off.
Yes. Anyway, let this be a lesson to everyone out there. Make sure your coupon looks like it can be redeemed.
Yes.
Look for obvious tells, like a barcode, for example.
Or a Barnholt, for example.
Perhaps a 6-digit coupon code to use. Otherwise, they're just going to look at it and go, no, sorry, despite the fact that they're the ones who gave it to you. Just keep that in mind. As a result, I will probably not be going there in person ever again. But, man, I would like another pizza. Oh, boy. That was a good pizza.
I could go for some za. We call it za.
If it wasn't so high in calories, I would love to just completely devour a whole pizza once again.
It's high in calories?
Yeah. It's got all that cheese and dough.
This explains a lot. Okay.
Yeah, it's not really good for you.
I gotta make some
Can't
calls.
believe I have to explain this to an Italian guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's, it's like breathing. It's like, oh, pizza.
The cheese just comes in somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I just had my physical. We talked about it. My cheese levels were nominal.
Yes, of course. Good
Sick.
Lord.
Hi. That's fun and great. I would like a pizza, but I hate Domino's ads. Have we talked about that?
The ads? No.
The YouTube ads, because I use YouTube a lot, mostly at work. For playing videos and stuff. Not if you request it. But
me?
No, anybody. Oh. Most of the time, it's a Domino's ad that plays these days, and I hate them because it's 15 to 45 seconds of a series of attractive people who are 30 minutes away from having diarrhea. And I hate that about it. I hate that there's so much focus on the eating process and them just fetishizing the pizza when they take it out of the box and fucking rubbing it on their face and shit. I hate those commercials.
All right.
That's my bit.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Hey, this works.
That's your bit, huh?
Yeah, I always think about that. I hate those ads so much.
Don't you think the diarrhea bit is a bit contrived, though, at this point?
No. I mean, it depends what you're ordering. If you're getting, I don't even know how to, this is a French word that Japan has adopted, but if you're getting the millefeuille, I don't know how to say that properly, which is just a layer. They have a double millefeuille or a triple millefeuille. If you get that, or if you get the stuffed crust, I think they use the same caulking material in place of cheese. So like, you know how Japanese toilets have the big and the small flush?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, if you get the millefeuille or the stuffed crust, you're good with just the small flush when all that works its way through your system. Because it's not really something your body knows how to process.
Have you considered taking fiber?
Yeah, I do take fiber.
Oh, do you?
Yes, it's just, part of it is just, hey, also when your body turns 38, it's not great at digesting everything anymore.
Hey. I
What?
know a thing or two about being 38, okay? I'm 39.
Yeah?
I've been
okay,
there.
well tell me one.
Well, eat some fiber.
All right.
I mean, going back to migraines, and this
Yes.
also goes back to my doctor's appointment we talked about last episode.
Oh, yes.
I had migraines, I think, because it was digestive related. Because I was stuffing myself, and my intestines couldn't take it, and I was getting migraines, and the last migraine I had was so bad I had to throw up.
Ugh.
And so I think that kicked back into gear my desire to just get more fiber into me. And sure enough, I've been doing that. I got some fiber gummies. I think that
fiber
same
gummies.
day as the doctor's appointment. I got some fiber gummies, and now I've been, having some good sessions, let's say.
Okay.
And no more migraines for a little while.
Okay.
It's not to say they're not caused by another thing, but I think the main thing was my intestines struggling to get food through them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do even more fiber then.
Because I can also map that again. Hey, speaking of Japanese train stations, that time when I was leaving and you were with me, and I had my giant stuffed suitcase weighing down on my shoulders. I had the strap on my shoulder, and I started to get a migraine.
Oh.
And I told you to buy aspirin for me.
Yeah.
But I was getting that migraine, I think, because of muscle stress, because I had this huge, heavy thing weighing down on my freaking shoulder. And so I just think about that as well. And I think it's just, a muscle thing related to intestines as well. Anyway, that was quite a diverge. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. I love fiber. I love fiber talks. I love eating fiber.
Talking about your intestines.
I like fibrous vegetables.
Yeah.
My intestines are doing all right. Everything's pretty good. As long as I don't have any of that Domino's.
But Domino's is good, too. I've had my fair share of Domino's now. And I would still go, if I had my druthers, I'd still go with Round Table. But
right.
I think they taste similar enough to Round Table where it's completely fine for me. Yeah, pretty good.
It's acceptable in the way that McDonald's is acceptable when you really want a cheeseburger.
I suppose so, but yeah.
Like it's fast food. It's not, you're not getting a gourmet experience. You're getting the quick fix. Here's a mouthful of sodium that kind of tastes like beef and cheese. Go nuts.
Okay, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think people are just way too down on Domino's.
Domino's. They got Hatsune Miku.
They did for a time, yes.
Yeah.
Alex, you're a Picross veteran. Have you seen this non-Picross Hatsune Miku Picross game?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you'd seen it. You might want to have tried it. I don't know if it's any good, but yeah.
Maybe. What's it on?
Hatsune Miku Logic Paint S.
Logic Paint S.
It was originally on Switch. It is now also on Xbox and PC, so.
Personal computers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not a Vocaloid guy. Is it all Vocaloid music?
Probably.
Fuck.
But with Picross. Okay.
I was looking through my iTunes the other day. I totally forgot that they did Hatsune Miku tracks for 7th Dragon 2020. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Because the game came with a soundtrack CD, and it had the original tracks, like all the battle tracks, but then it also had the Hatsune Miku versions, which...
Okay.
I don't like Vocaloid stuff. I just find it too artificial. I'm not a fan. But the original track, that's a Yuzo Koshiro joint. That's a great soundtrack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I reviewed it for your magazine, Scrowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
Review was pushing it, but you wrote
it was what was it? It was like an overview.
Sure, let's call it that.
Okay. Yeah.
Overview, preview.
Yeah, I don't think it was a review because I wasn't being like critical of it. It was just like, here's a game you might like.
Yeah. Nonetheless, you sure impressed the producer, designer, didn't you? You sure impressed Ryoko Kodama.
I did. Yes, I sent her a copy of that Scroll magazine. She has that. I was talking to her at the time, and I mentioned that I was playing 7th Dragon 2020, and she said, "Oh, thank you very much." And I said, "I'm doing a write-up for my friend's magazine. The focus is Love Plus, but the inside's about 7th Dragon."
Yes.
And then, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but she surprised me because I said, "Where should I mail it? Like, do I mail it to you at Sega? Like, what's your office address?" And she's like, "Oh, you can just mail it to my house." And she gave me her personal address, which is not done in Japan.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but yeah, she's got that. I hope she enjoyed the Love Plus coverage as well.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, she's a sweetie.
Yeah, that seems like a thing you wouldn't do.
Yeah,
to
that's
a foreign fan.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, just here's my home address.
Yes, I have not talked to her in a while. I think the last time I talked to her, she gave me a very sweet shout out on Twitter at my wedding.
Oh yes,
I think I tweeted some wedding photos. I think she quote tweeted it with "Congratulations, Alex."
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
I mean, if I'm Ryoko Kodama, I'm not giving Alex Fraley my home address. Let's just say that.
No, I mean, she's very well meaning. She's very sweet.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I need to get into a little bit of more audio talk. Like I said, I want to spread it around the episode, so I'm not completely boring you with this. But let me talk about the stuff I just bought here. Raymond, I needed new stuff because I've been using the same setup for 11 years. And thanks to you. When we started this podcast, I just said to you, make me an Amazon list of all the shit I need to buy. And you did.
And you did buy it.
How did you decide on that hardware? Is it just because 11 years ago, that was the most efficient way to do what we wanted to do with sound, with drops and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Part of what I was buying was also because we were probably going to have moments where you came and visited. And so I needed something that could support at least 2 people.
Oh.
So I bought a mixer that had, 4 XLR jacks and whatnot, but I also bought 2 mics, 2 stands, the whole shebang.
Wow.
for the time that Alex would come and visit. I think this was even done for the Crunk Games ones too, like when we did the Dragon Quest one.
That's right.
So I believe that was the real impetus. But yeah, I think I was just looking through Amazon and probably getting some notion of what a USB interface is or was at the time, and just using those two in tandem. Now, very quickly after that, as it turned out, a lot of people would just buy a USB mixer.
Yeah.
And save some money and save some wires and cords.
Yes.
And also buy things that would let them more easily like record multiple tracks in Audacity, for instance. So some people did things differently and arguably better than I did, and then passed on to you. I also passed on similar recommendations to Jeremy and Bob when we were relaunching Retronauts for Kickstarter. And I told them to buy a bunch of shit that turned out to be largely ineffective.
Oh boy.
Kind of a waste in some respects, because I hadn't fully learned everything at the time.
Okay. It should go without saying that we are not audio engineers.
No, of course. In fact, the listeners know that all too well, because the quality of our tracks, you and me separately, has varied wildly.
Yes.
From episode to episode.
And continues to do so.
I listened back to like episode 208, and I sound completely different than I do right now. And I probably did in 209 and 210.
Well, wait a minute. You switched to a dynamic mic, didn't you?
Yeah, but even still, that was when I had the dynamic mic.
Oh, okay, then. I got nothing.
It was a year ago, and I was in that garage dungeon. But there's still so many factors contributing to that, and we never really nailed it down, and we possibly never really will ever again. But as you're about to talk about, you did improve on things that I also told you about.
Well, yeah, you gave me this Amazon list 11 years ago. I bought all the stuff, and it lasted me until today.
When it all spontaneously combusted.
No, honestly, the biggest reason I wanted to upgrade is because I'm, as I said earlier, I'm trying to get into doing more voiceover stuff for money. So, like, I got to improve my sound quality, and so I needed to buy a new microphone. When you made that list, you put the Audio-Technica AT2020 XLR microphone on that list, and it's a fantastic microphone. It lasted me 11 years. It still works. I could keep using it.
Yeah, it's a condenser mic.
Yes, and as I found out recently, I like condenser mics more than dynamic mics, because condenser mics are better at picking up the little details of your voice. I can get up real close. I can do that proximity effect thing. You can really get a nice meaty sound out of it.
Sure.
And I feel like, at least for my voice, dynamic mics tend to flatten it out a bit, and it just kind of reduces some of the detail.
Yeah. Now, on the flip side,
what's that?
Me, for instance, I also have obviously, had the same microphone and struggled quite often having that sound quite good, or the way I wanted it, or with less reverb, less echoing, less problems in general. It was really hard to get that the way I wanted it. I went checking things out again a couple years ago, and I learned or relearned about a dynamic microphone, and in this case, a more normal sort of microphone, stand-up comedian microphone, the ball-end microphones. A cheaper one, for that matter.
Yeah. Is that the SM57 or whatever?
No, I ended up getting a Behringer XM8500.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that one.
There are many similar ones, of course. But at the time I got this one. And this is what I'm using now. And although I said that, last year's episodes sound different, I was using the same mic. And it was a slight improvement over what I was doing before. Actually, I got that 2 years ago, so... 2 houses ago, as it turned out. So during the pandemic...
Oh my god, Fire Emblem, 2 houses!
Oh boy. I'm Gryffindor. Does that apply to that game?
It is! How'd you know that?
Okay.
Okay.
And that had the problem, and I believe we talked about this on the show.
Yes.
Where it was getting it was getting electricity buzzing from the power lines right outside my window.
Oh boy, yeah.
So this mic still does pick up electricity buzzing. And I do have to still actually be careful that the microphone cable is not too close to any other electronics on the desk here.
No.
So there's that flaw. But otherwise, I did get that. And then more recently, I got the Elgato Wave XLR, and then that has, more easily automatic noise suppression stuff.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing now.
Yes. I bought one as well. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
And I knew I was in the market for a new mic. And I also know that I'm very loud. Raymond, did you know that about me? Is that I can get very loud?
I personally never noticed it. No.
What? Okay. Well,
You've always been pretty even-handed.
Yeah.
Voice-wise.
Right. That's right. That's fucking right. All right.
Yeah, see?
So this, you can clip on dynamic mics as well, but condenser mics are more sensitive to it because the way a condenser mic works is there's a little capsule, a little circular capsule inside the mic that has a little membrane on it, and your voice reverberating in that membrane is picked up electronically and recorded. That's how that works. It's also very, very sensitive to, loud noises.
Loud noises.
Thank you. That's our secret word of the day. But I like the detail that condenser mics give you, so I didn't want to change. But then I read a review of a dynamic microphone, and the guy was like, yeah, and remember, you can use dynamic microphones for loud sounds. And I'm like, what? That solves my problem. I'm a loudo.
I'm a loud sound.
Yes, I'm just a loud elemental. Yeah, just existing in a sea of pure loud. So what I did is I looked up, hey, what's the best dynamic microphone for home use? And the all-around winner, it seemed across the board, was the Shure SM7B. Don't trouble yourself with model numbers and product names and shit. I'm just mentioning them for the purpose of this explanation.
But it is the top choice for microphones for most people.
Yes.
It is it's expensive, but it is the one to get when you want the expensive microphone that you think will solve all your problems. And
yes,
so
and that's what I thought it would do.
Creators across the board, streamers, everybody using one. And in fact, I would like to get one too. But Alex, as you'll see.
I don't think it would suit you for a couple of reasons. One, well, let's talk about this. It's what they call a gain hog. It requires a tremendous amount of gain. Although I think if you have the Wave XLR, you might be fine. Otherwise, you have to buy an add-on, like an inline preamp thing called. Well, there's different kinds. There's a cloud lifter. There's something called a FET head. There's a it sucks because it's a product where each company gives it a different stupid name.
Yeah, and those are really the alpha and omega of names there, huh?
Yeah. And I the name I think fits best is mic activator because it basically these give you an extra like 25-ish gain.
Yeah.
And so you can use the Shure with almost anything after that.
Cloud lifter. Am I supposed to vape from it? What?
You are. Yes, I did. I ordered. So here's the thing. The microphone itself is $400. The cloud lifter is $150.
All right.
Yeah. And so I bought both of them. I'm like, this is going to solve all my problems. And I bought it. I hooked them up. I fiddled with every EQ thing I could. I activated everything I could. I could never get my voice to sound as good as it did on my $100 AT2020 that I used for 11 years.
Yeah, there you go.
It should. And you know what? A lot of it comes down to, people have different voices and not everyone's voice is going to sound the same on the same microphone.
No.
And I watched a YouTube review that basically summed it up very well, which just said, go with what makes your voice sound better. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like if you have a good sound, if you like the way that you sound, that's fine. You're done. Stick with it.
Yeah.
Here's the side rant. I think the YouTube algorithm took me for a ride.
Yes, that's usually what it does.
Because the first thing that I searched for on YouTube was Shure SM7B reviews.
Okay.
And I got nothing but glowing praise. It was matched up against other microphones in the same price range. And all the reviews were like, yes, get this mic. This is a great mic. You need to get this cloud lifter or whatever the fuck for some extra money. But the extra 25 decibels of gain is worth it. You're going to need it. But it's an amazing microphone that'll last you forever. And then I bought it. It came from Amazon. Hooked it all up. Did not like the way I sounded at all. And then I notice the YouTube algorithm has switched over to this microphone is overrated. Don't buy this. Buy this instead. It was like as if on cue. It was triggering the flood of is this mic overrated videos.
Oh, God.
And then fortunately, I'm like, okay, Amazon has that 30-day return policy. These are going right back. So I sent them back. They gave me all my money back for the mic. They dinged me like half the fucking price of the Cloud Lifter for some restocking fee that I didn't know about.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, so it's fine. You know what? I paid $70 to learn a very important lesson about audio equipment and my own voice. So like, I consider that a net positive.
Right. Jesus Christ.
And so I'm looking into condenser mics. I'm like, I want to get a large condenser microphone because the AT2020 is a small condenser. I want something that's going to capture more of my voice. Looked up a review. There's this guy that I've started following on YouTube. His name's Mike Delgadio. His YouTube channel is called Booth Junkie. He's a cute voiceover nerd. I like him a lot. He's got a very smooth voice and he knows a lot about mics.
Does he have audio in his name? Is that a fake name?
I think it's Delgadio, not Delg Audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's got a lovely voice. He does a lot of mic reviews and stuff. Some of his videos are a little clickbaity, which I don't like. I like the videos that are like Rode NT1 versus AT4040. We test them out. But then there's videos of him like holding up a cable and shrugging, and the video is just called "Never Do This." Fuck right off with that. Tell me what your video is.
Yeah.
But I love him. He's great. He put these two mics head to head, the ones I just mentioned, the Rode NT1 and the AT4040, which are both large condenser mics around the same price range. And I wanted one, and I didn't know which one. And he's like, yeah, they're both fine. So then I took it to Twitter, and I said, hey, Twitter, which of these mics is better? And the Rode won out. It was 2-1. It was almost 3-1. Okay. Twitter voted that the Rode is better than the AT.
Right.
But then I went on audio forums where the sentiment was about the opposite. The sentiment was, oh no, you want to get the AT.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the thing that clinched it was, look, I've been using an AT for 11 years. I'll just get the next one up. So I ended up going with the AT4040, and I think it sounds great, and I love it. Now, as an addendum to that, I also got, I know you can't tell, I did get a new pop filter. Folks, I'm sorry. Audio Talk is dry as shit. We're gonna get back to boners and shit.
This is a desert.
We're gonna get back
conversation.
We're gonna get back to the boners in about 10 minutes. But I bought a new pop.
Alex means practical jokes.
Yes. Yes, of course. Not penises. I bought a new pop filter. I've been using the same nylon one that you recommended when we started, and it was fine. And I found another YouTube channel that I started following, and I love this guy. It's called Audio University.
Right.
And here's why I love this guy. And I mean this in the most complimentary way possible.
Okay.
He has zero personality.
Oh, right.
He's
not
trying to be funny. He's not trying to crack jokes. He's not putting little outtakes in his videos. He's just a very serious, matter-of-fact guy named Kyle who explains to you audio stuff and the science behind it. That's the thing about Mike, is that Mike's not a science guy. Like he knows the basics about frequency and things, but he doesn't really go into it. Audio University, this dude really goes into the how and the why of audio equipment.
He's teaching you theory.
He's teaching me theory, yeah. Mike is just, like I said, he's just a cute audio nerd. He's just like, hey, here's a mic you might enjoy. It's me.
Sounds like you really have a crush on this guy.
I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting. He's a good looking guy.
Yeah. Could be the makeup, the lighting, who knows?
Honestly, no, I think 90% is just his voice. It's just a very smooth voice. I just love the sound of it. I mean, he's a professional voiceover guy. Like his voice is smooth as butter. Is butter smooth?
Yes, usually.
All right.
Big ups to Mike.
Big ups to Mike. So Mike's the fun, Mike's the nice, he's your audio senpai that you want to hang out with. Kyle is your professor. Kyle is your no nonsense, this is why there are 8 definitions of the word decibel. I'll explain the science behind all of them. Okay, Kyle, please do. And he did a pop filter review. So like one of the standard professional pop filters is a metal one called, by a company called Stedman. And their whole deal is it's a metal mesh. Your sound waves go through it, but your breath gets redirected downward instead of a pop filter, which is designed to just kind of mitigate. This is designed to redirect entirely, so you get almost no plosives whatsoever. I'm like, why is the Stedman like $50 to $70? It seems like you can get a pop filter for $10 to $20. Why is this so expensive? And the way he explained it, it's not the pop filter itself. It's the fact, like if you see a pop filter that's more expensive, it's because the gooseneck, the arm, stays in place. That's why.
Okay, right.
Because I have seen metal. Yeah, because I've seen metal pop filters that look exactly like the Stedman. I saw one at a brick and mortar in Osu before I opened the bar one day. I went shopping and they had one, and I'm like, it was by a company called Kikutani, and it was 2,000 yen. I'm like, maybe I should just buy this.
Okay.
And then I saw Kyle's rundown of pop filters and why they vary in price. And I'm like, oh no, okay, I have to drop the money on the Stedman because I need it to stay in place.
Yeah, Oprah would want you to.
Oprah, yes. What's her podcast?
The Stedman Show.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you not get my bit?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Please explain.
Her boyfriend Stedman.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Are they still together?
Probably.
Okay, cool. Congratulations.
I don't know. It was always one of those dumb, stupid Oprah gossip things. Like, are Oprah and Stedman on the rocks?
Oh, well, that sounds good. I'll have one of those.
Yeah. Moving on.
All right. Let me just put a cap on this real quick to say that I was like I've been a bundle of stress. You can attest to this for about the past month because I was worried I was wasting money. I was worried I was buying the wrong things. I was worried I was making poor audio equipment choices. And like you are and have ever been my rock when it comes to bouncing ideas off of in terms of purchasing.
Yes, true. But as I've established at the beginning of the conversation, I don't really know everything. I don't really know.
I know, but I'm so used to you knowing everything. You're my older brother when it comes to this stuff. I trust you to give me good advice about things, but there's also things that might be outside of your umbrella of knowledge. And so that's why I had to go to YouTube and start, comparing mics and setups and everything. And I arrived at these choices, and I was worried that maybe they weren't the best choices. And then I went to a studio downtown called Television City.
Okay.
Where,
CBS Television City?
Yes, the address is CBS, the Jusho CBS.
Well, no, it's a real thing. It's a real place.
Doesn't work in Japanese. I know.
Okay, just
I got my second voiceover job with the new company in Nagoya, and they wanted me to do a TV commercial. And I went into the studio, and I sit down, like the audio engineer ushers me into the booth, and I sit down. It is the exact same stuff I just bought. It is a Stedman. It is a Stedman Pro Screen 101 pop filter and an Audio Technica 4040 XLR microphone. And I immediately start geeking out at the sound engineer, like, moshikashite, kore wa AT4040 desu ka? And he's like, oh, so da yo. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we've been using it for 3 years. We really like it. So like every doubt I had about these purchases just went out the window.
Okay. Yeah.
So I feel a lot better. And then on top of that, I was asking your advice on replacing the honkin' the giant ass mixer that's been occupying my desk for 11 years. And you recommended the Wave XLR, and mine showed up just this morning, and it's set up and good to go. And I'm using it right now, and it's a dream.
To be clear, you have been asking me for new recommendations for the mixer for several months now, going on
That's
1
true.
year. And
Yes.
I ended up just buying the new one for myself based on you thinking about it. And you still never pulled the fucking trigger on buying something new and smaller for your desk, which is what you were complaining about to me forever and ever.
Raymond.
I just think it's funny, though.
Raymond.
Hold on, you can interrupt me in one more second. I just think it's funny that I ended up doing it before you to begin with.
All right. Here's what it comes down to. We have very similar needs. We don't have the same needs.
I thought this one was pretty same.
Well, I ended up buying it because I'm sacrificed. Okay. I wanted to have both of my mics. I was still going to use the 2020 and the 4040 simultaneously. One was going to be channel 1, one was going to be channel 2. Because I want to use the 4040 for podcasting and voiceover, and it's sitting on the nice stand with the shock mount. It looks beautiful and everything, but it's not convenient for streaming. I was going to use the AT2020 because it sits on the boom arm, and I can just pull it to the middle of the desk when I'm streaming, push it away when I'm done. It's not in my way. A mic on a stand would be in my way. The arm is handy like that.
Right.
But then I weighed the pros and cons, and I ended up going with this. And I guess I'm just going to stream with the 4040 on the stand, and I'll finagle all this when I move and make my own, stream room or whatever in the new apartment.
Neat, yeah.
But
cool.
I'm going single input for the time being, and I'll deal with it for the simple fact that I want my desk space back. I'm sick of having half a fucking studio on my desk. That mixer was so big.
I hear you. That's how, it was also always kludgy for me too. I always had to have it on some other stool or something, and just it never quite fit quite well. And as you probably saw in the last house, I had it hanging off the desk, wedging itself in a corner to try and stabilize itself. It's so stupid. So I also was starting to feel the same way you were. It's let's just get something smaller, because there's really no indication that it's Alex will ever come back here. We'll probably never be doing a podcast in person ever again.
But if we do...
And if we do, maybe Japan will be reopened, and I will just be going to your place, and maybe you'll have to be the one to buy 2 mics instead of me.
No, I have 2 mics.
All right.
I'm keeping my 2020, I told you.
I smoked 2 mics, and then I smoked 2 mics.
Then I smoked 2 more.
Yes. Nevertheless, yeah.
I smoked 2 mics in times of peace and 2 in times of war.
Whatever.
All right. Here's the other thing. We didn't use 90% of that mixer.
Yeah.
At least I did. It was all channel 1 and channel 6 for the drops. And that's it. So what I was looking for when you showed me that, that Zoom thing that has a couple XLRs and a couple, RCAs, I was like, oh yeah, that'll do that. But then, take that idea even further. Oh, the Wave XLR just does everything virtually.
Right.
Outside of your XLR mic.
And this was just last night, and you were like, I don't know. But then 2 nights ago.
Yeah, and then I ordered it. I ordered it that night. It just showed up a couple hours ago, and I love it. It sits on my desk. It's cute. It's so compact. I have my desk back. Raymond, I have my life back.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Thank you.
I'm glad
I'm a gamer.
I'm glad you saw the advantages of having this mostly software managed mixing in such a way.
And the secret star here is, remember back when I said I wanted a dynamic mic because it could handle me being loud?
Uh-huh.
Here's all I needed. It was the Wave XLR's clip guard. It sounds like we're doing a sponsored spot. We are not.
No.
I got nothing against Elgato, but hey, Elgato, go fuck yourself.
I know. Their capture thing keeps crapping out on me in the middle of my streams.
Yeah, they ain't perfect. No. But the Wave XLR is pretty good, and it's got this thing called clip guard. It basically stops me from Alexing all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I knew that, and I
that's
was
all I
going
needed.
to mention it to you, but I figured it might be better if you just discover it on your own. And sure enough,
I did, and it's great.
Yeah,
I can also do a lot of other stuff on there. Virtual audio sources. I'm sorry. I know this is boring, but I'm so happy with all this shit, and it'll help me sound. Here's the thing, though. No one's gonna know. Maybe except for the clip guard.
No.
The new microphone. No one's gonna know. That's for me. That's just so that I know that I'm sounding my best when I submit auditions and stuff. No one gives a shit. The podcast is still coming out regularly.
No,
we sound about the same.
Yeah, right.
So I apologize. I don't often apologize for things we talk about, but I know this is very dry and boring. Raymond, let's get back to having some fun.
Yeah, people want to hear about my baby.
Yes! Yeah, Pequod. Is that the name?
Arriving at LZ.
Pequod Queequeg Barnholt. I do know a guy named Junior, and he's not Japanese. It's not Junior. I know what you're thinking.
That's the guy on The Sopranos. That's an actor in a television show.
No, Ray, no. He's I've seen him at the bar. He goes by Junior. I think that's his given name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, why don't we take a break and come back with some fun?
You want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
Good.
I got more where that came from.
I hope so.
All right, we'll be back.
Previously on Chat of the Wild.
Did anyone kid all the bugs for Agatha?
No, I meant to, and I even had a bug that I could have given back to her, and I forgot.
That bug is gone.
Don't go in there if you do, and then not give it to her.
I know.
She can smell it on you.
She knows. I know you have bugs.
I know you're holding out on me. I can smell it.
Did anyone get all the pose?
No.
No, God, no.
Chat of the Wild, breaking down Zelda and Zelda-like games, one dungeon at a time. Wednesdays on the HyperX Podcast Network.
As a fan of podcasts, you've probably thought about starting one of your own. Introducing the new HyperX
Duocast. The Duocast
has all the essential features an aspiring podcaster would want from a USB mic, with HyperX favorites like tap to mute and a vibrant mute indicator. It's compact and elegantly styled, perfect for situations where you want a mic that looks great but isn't too extra. Check out the new HyperX
Duocast.
Available at Target.com or shop direct at HyperX.com.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Ray. That's Alex.
Hi, Ray. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Ray.
Hi there.
How about some game talk?
Let's talk video games. What do you like? Do you like Galaga?
No, but I think we got something like this.
The new version of a game called
Resident Evil.
Why is that so loud?
So it shows up properly on my graph.
Okay, and in my brain.
That's one more audio thing we need to solve. Is you maybe hearing me louder than you reasonably should.
Yeah, let me turn you down in Discord. Let me see if that fixes it.
That's a pretty simple fix, I would say.
Hey, you know what else is a simple fix? You shutting the fuck up. Input volume, output device. Okay, keep talking. Keep talking.
Me ma moo ma me.
Oh, yeah. Output was at 200% because I had to deal with a quiet person when I was doing FF14 stuff.
All right. Well, let me play the drop again.
The new version of a game called
Resident Evil.
Why is that so pleasant?
Yay, we did it.
Yay. All right. There's a new Resident Evil?
Yeah, I want to know what you thought about that Resident Evil 4 remake. That first look at that they showed during the non-E3 times last month, a couple weeks ago.
I have a very neutral take on that because I feel like the character redesigns are great. I think everyone looks fine. But there's no gameplay. So what do you want?
Okay.
Capcom, show me the game.
Well, I would make a pretty substantial bet that it probably just plays like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I guess that's fine. I really enjoyed those.
Okay. I mean, neutral's good. I think I'm pretty neutral on it too, because I think the main thing that everyone should remember is that because the original Resident Evil 4 has been so readily available for many, many years on pretty much every platform, even today, you don't have to worry or get mad or upset about the style being different or the tone or whatever.
It's fine.
Because the old one is pretty much going to be there still for quite some time.
The thing that a lot of people have trouble grasping when it comes to remakes and reboots and things like that is when the new one comes out, they don't send a guy over to your place to delete the original anymore. They don't. Yeah, it wasn't cost effective. They've stopped doing it. So you'll still have Resident Evil 4. Did you see that that HD mod that the Spanish guy did?
The Spanish guy.
It's beautiful. He was working on it for 8 years. It's gorgeous.
A team of people. Yes, they
was it okay.
They went and re-photographed the locations.
Yeah, it's based on stuff. I saw my buddy Tom playing it at the bar a few weeks ago. It just looks outstanding.
I do agree. It is very impressive. They did a great job.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't appeal too much to play with Like, I'm okay with the original graphics, playing it that way.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, yes.
I'm not discounting what you said. I said at the beginning, I agree with you.
Yes, it's fine. I feel like it's for people who have played RE4 already a lot and just kind of want to experience it a little crisper. You know?
And there are, of course, many people in that boat.
Yes.
Me, not so
much. Speaking of boats, you got to ride one.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to beat the lake monster.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike Delgado, I think that's the name of it.
it's exactly.
It's close enough.
Yes. Leon.
Holy shit! Wait, did I talk about this before? The where are you looking thing that we discovered?
No, what? What do you?
You know how in Resident Evil 4, like if you look up at Ashley, if you try to look up her skirt, she goes, "Where are you looking?"
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, we figured out that like that line of sight, like it always checks for that no matter what you're doing. So that means that like if Ashley's just standing there and Leon gets decked by a Ganado and he falls on the ground, if that line of sight happens to be there, she's going to go, "Where are you looking?"
See,
even though Leon's bleeding out and Ashley's next.
Yeah. You see, it's a timeless classic. Nothing is going to take away from the original at this point.
Exactly.
So it will be interesting to see really just how much goofiness at all makes the cut for the new version, the remake. Because they did just straight up like change things from day to night is how it comes off. Yeah. We'll see. But okay, I'm glad you're not not too extreme one way or another. I'm about the same.
Because I'm not like a super Resident Evil fan. It's an afterthought series for me. Like,
I know.
And Resident Evil 8 is one of my favorite games on the PS4, but like I didn't pre-order it. I didn't buy it at launch. I waited a couple days. I saw it looked interesting. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I should buy this for the bar." And then I played it and it was great. But like I'm not waiting for it with any kind of fervor. It's just, "Oh yeah, maybe I'll pick it up when it's cheap."
Well, hey, speaking of 8, they also announced an RE Village Gold Edition.
Oh, boy.
And part of that, or the DLC, I think, includes a third-person mode. So you can play it now, or will be able to play RE Village in third person, over the shoulder.
All right. Over-the-shoulder boulder puncher.
Yes.
Cool.
Boy, I'm just glad I didn't end up buying that game, because now I'll just wait for the Gold Edition and get everything with it.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good idea. Well, wait, can I buy the DLC separate?
Yes.
How much is that?
I don't know. It's not out yet.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
It's probably going to be $40 at most.
Jesus.
Well, it's new story stuff. You can play as Rose. It's a new Rose chapter.
Yeah, is that a spoiler?
Not anymore, I guess. According to Capcom, I guess not.
Oh, did they just mention that in the marketing?
They showed footage of it. You play as grown-up Rose, so...
Okay. That's a spoiler for the game, though. I mean, who cares? They're not Atlas. It's fine.
No, they're not Atlas, but also, like, Japanese companies don't seem all that bothered about spoiling stuff. The way, I remember they spoiled Raiden in MGS2, like, a week before it came out in America, and so everybody who followed the news got to see that, it's not exactly all Snake. Yeah.
Oh, see, I did not follow the news, so that was a surprise for me. I mean, I bought it on launch day.
Yes, we've discussed that as well, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was literally like days before most people got it. It was like Famitsu scans, and it's just like, "Hey, it's Raiden! Check out this Raiden guy!" It's like, oh, for the love of God. They just don't care.
Yeah, you're not.
All right, well, moving on, we have
the new version of a game called
Final Fantasy, is it 6?
Wait, is it 6?
It's 7.
Oh, thank you.
They, of course, showed a little bit more of what might be considered gameplay of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, boy.
Also known as Remake Part 2. Also known as definitely not coming out for PS4, as Alex hoped and dreamed a year ago.
Oh.
It will be PS5 only for now.
Well, whatever. They're not for me anyway.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I can assume you didn't even watch the footage.
No.
Okay.
Why?
I just thought maybe you had a passing interest, even though they're not for you, like some people do it. But now you're going to go on a 3-minute rant about how you don't pay attention to new games. Starting now. And there we go.
I can't believe you just cut that entire 3 minutes. I had that locked and loaded for 2 weeks, man. It's disrespectful, man.
My version of the bit was going to be I just pasted in the one from last week or whatever.
Oh man, that would have been funny. The entire thing.
Oh, bro.
No, I'm not gonna waste anyone's time arguing about things that aren't targeted at me.
All right. Well, how about the detail that it is going to be a 3-parter? It's going to be 3 discs.
That's good news, right?
Yeah.
That we finally know that.
Okay, yeah.
That's positive.
But then, of course, who knows what bullshit they will pull after that.
My biggest frustration with the remake talk was when part 1 came out, not everyone, but like dummies. Let's call them dummies.
A lot of dummies, yes.
Yeah, dummies were like, it can't be 3 parts because part 1 is disc 1 and Eris didn't die at the end. Like, that's not why there's 3 discs.
Okay,
it's not.
Interesting view.
Yeah, dummies had it in their head that like 1 part equals 1 disc, but like that's not how the original game was broken up. It's because disc 3 is mega. 2 and 3 are stupid CG heavy. Like that's why there's 3 discs to begin with. They're not broken up by story beats. I mean, in a sense they were, but it's because of CG cutscenes. So like to expect remake part 1, it has to end with her dying. If it does, that means there's 3 parts. No, you're a fucking idiot.
Yes, well.
I'm sorry. I want to put that into perspective, and I want to put my previous rants about talking about media in perspective by saying this, which I don't know that I've really covered before. I'm sensitive about these things and these kinds of conversations because it is my job to have conversations with people for a living. And as a result, I have become very sensitive to when I hear the same things a lot. If I were not doing this job, if I were a normal person, I wouldn't care. I'd have conversations as they come, and I don't think I would process anything any further than that. But yeah, sorry about that. It's just how my brain has become warped because it's my job to be nice to people. Please go on about Yuffie or whatever.
Yeah, you don't even need to be on Twitter. You get all the hot takes right at your bar.
Yeah.
All the dummies. All the dumb takes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to admit, I never heard that one you were talking about. It
really?
has to be this because of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there was a live. I heard that from several people. I heard from several people who were like,
wow.
Yeah, it can't be 3 parts because Eris didn't die. Okay, good work, detective. You did it. You did it, Sholmes.
Yeah. Plus, we know now that the plot is definitely not going to work out in the exact same way to begin with, and they're going to pull some real fuckery.
I'm okay with that.
Yes,
hey,
I'm okay with it.
I like watching the plot unfold. I like watching other people play it.
It makes the entire point of this remake have a point to it. You know what I mean? Like, if they're going to mess with timelines or universes and things like that, hey, that is at least new. Thanks. You did, in fact, make something new out of that.
You did it.
Instead of just, in fact, literally remaking the same shit over and over again. So, hey, if you want to play around with things, because, hey, it's almost been 30 years anyway, go right ahead. I think we're all here for it. Those of us, at least, who are smart are here for it.
Also me.
Yeah. Of course, related to all this was also a remake of Crisis Core, which seems less of a remake. In fact, they just seem to be using the same goofy animations as the original PSP version. I joked about this on Twitter. The animations in that game, very obviously done by the Kingdom Hearts team, because it's has a sort of overdone Disney quality to everything that I'm not sure quite fits for a Final Fantasy universe, but it's part of the charm, I suppose, of that whole game.
It's whatever. I've always said Crisis Core was the only enjoyable thing to me to come out of that entire compilation of FF7 that they started doing in the early 2000s. Yeah.
I would have guessed you didn't like it, because I thought it was kind of a divisive game to begin with.
I liked it fine. Maybe because I got my copy. Smoo gave me his copy for free, so I didn't have to pay for it. Maybe that led to my having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had fun with it.
Did Smoo like it?
Thank you, Smoo. Yes, he was done with it. He did everything.
He wasn't just literally dumping it on you.
No, I think he enjoyed it too.
Okay. Just checking. Smoo, call in.
Yeah. As yourself.
Nah, no need for that.
Okay.
That's about it. That's the only big new things I wanted to talk about news-wise, because those are the only two things relevant to us at some degree, even if it's 0.01 degree.
Sure.
They are relevant to the things we have liked in the past, one way or another. I've also been stupidly playing Yakuza Like a Dragon again, even though I should be playing new games I just bought. So here's what happened. I also got Pocky and Rocky Reshrined for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah. My buddy Yusuke has been playing that at the bar.
Oh, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
It is quite good from what I've played so far. But then I got a gift card. I got another bonus gift card from being, a good consumer. And then I used part of it to get an Xbox gift card. And Yakuza Like a Dragon was on sale. And if you buy that, you get both the Xbox and Windows versions. So I was like, well, hey, it's a killer deal, right? And it's the full DLC version. And I was just like, yeah, why not? I also did not completely do all the sub-stories or all the side stuff in that game. So I decided to just take advantage of the fact that I can play it in a window on my PC and just mess with it every now and then and peck away at a game that I have played to completion, at least story-wise, once before. But hey, now it's 60 frames a second. It's not 30 frames like on PS4, and the saves are shared is another thing. So I can go to the Xbox and it'll have my same save. I can't do that with the PS4 to PS5 version. Sega did offer a free PS5 upgrade, but the saves are not compatible.
What?
So I was like, what is the freaking point? And at this point, I should have just got it on Xbox to begin with, if they're going to do that. So I've been playing that instead of playing new things.
Yay! Oh, you're pulling an Alex.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Oh, and, well, I guess I do have one more thing.
Okay, what's that?
The new version of a game called
Little River.
Is this Shin-Chan related?
That's right. We're back on the Shin-Chan train. That's because they announced a surprise English version, multiple languages, in fact. They are actually going to release it in English and Spanish and Portuguese and German.
Wow.
And yeah, a huge shock to everybody. I did, in fact, have to do basically an emergency stream to talk about this just last night to discuss this and my thoughts on it. But all we really need to know here on No More Whoppers is that, yeah, the Shin-Chan Natsuyasumi game was originally, of course, Japanese only. And even the second it was announced, people were like, please make an English version, even begging Kazayabe to make an English version. And he was like, I will work hard on the European versions and the English version. Thank you. And little did we know he wasn't lying.
Wow.
Now, they did announce earlier this year Korean and Chinese versions. And I figured that would be it. Because that's much easier to get translated.
Right.
But then, pretty much a year to the date of the Japanese version originally coming out, they announced that they're going to do the Western languages versions. So, holy crap. And they are going to release it for reals in the US. So you'll find it on the American eShop.
Okay, so it's not just the Asian version.
No, and that was originally what I was thinking, when the game first came out, because we were talking about this on the stream before. I was like, hey, if they come out with it in English, it'll probably just be an Asian release, so Hong Kong and whatnot. It probably won't be a real.
And those English localizations, they typically do not put the same effort into.
No, they do not. Those are typically pretty weak.
Right.
If not just a wreck altogether.
There
have been recent standouts, like the Super Robot Wars games. They did get real professional native English speakers to work on that. And those are not small projects by any means. So they got real knowledgeable, good Gundam nerds to essentially work on that. Gundam et al. But for the most part, yeah. And in fact, they did show some of the Shin-Chan game, and it's not terrible, but it is a pretty much one-to-one translation. There's no flavor to it, from what I could see. So it's kind of that balance of, well, hey, we are getting an English version. People are getting what they wanted, but it's not quite the blowout that maybe I, as a frequent consumer of Japanese games, and especially localized ones, would appreciate. But I can't rain on the parade too much, So I try not to be too much of a jerk about it. It's not like I'm not going to buy it immediately and play it.
You'll buy
stream
it.
I mean, come on.
You fucking love crayons.
Nah, well.
That's his whole thing, right? He shoots crayons.
I like the Natsuyasumi part. Less so the Shin-chan part.
Right. Hey, you know who was in a Shin-chan movie and who performed the theme song to a Shin-chan movie?
Was it Jeff Bridges?
No, you were so close with Je. Okay. It was Jero who visited the bar over the weekend.
Oh my lord, that's
right.
It
was real cool to meet him.
Jero, famous patron of Alex's live streams.
Yes, yeah. He was to catch folks up again. He was Japan's first black enka singer.
That's right.
About 15 years ago, he came over, much like I did, with Nova.
Yeah.
he
Also
came
from
over
your
about
hood.
Yes, from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He came over about a year before I did to teach at Nova, and then just kind of fell into a career singing enka professionally. And he was on TV and movies and commercials, and then enka had a brief revival, I guess. And I mean, it's still always going to be popular with Obachans, etc.
Right.
But yeah, and then I guess his label or manager was like, I guess he was very clear that he did not want to go out and branch into other genres. He just wanted to do enka, and he did.
Yeah.
And that's that. And
you two finally got together.
Yeah, he dropped by the bar on Saturday. It was really cool to meet him. He's a very sweet guy. He's very nice. He's funny. He played Ninja Gaiden.
All right. Now I have to ask.
Hi.
Were you a nervous wreck?
You know that I am.
Okay.
I even had before that. Yeah, I even made sure that I cut my nails and I shaved my head and I made sure my beard was all trimmed to about 2 millimeters is the sweet spot. And I even had one. I had that moment where it was like with my wife instead of are you wearing a tie to impress Laddie? Do you think he noticed? I think she said, "Did you shave your head for Jero? Do you think he'll notice?"
Luke Smithers, Jero is coming.
Also, it's a little difficult to have a conversation with my wife about Jero without her thinking I'm talking about J-Lo. On top of that, we had a conversation at dinner the other night where I had to explain the difference between J-Lo and J-Law. Names are a whole mess.
Oh, Lord. But to be fair, you would be doing the same thing if it was J-Lo visiting the bar.
Absolutely. Oh, you know that I would.
Yeah.
Yes. She's still Jenny from the block.
Mm-hmm. Just not Pittsburgh's block, but yeah.
No, a different block. Yeah, we had fun. It was great to see him. I'm glad that he got a chance to come down. He then I believe moved on to Kyoto to hang out with a pal, and then he back up to Tokyo. He's got to get back to work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
That's cool.
You're cool.
A bona fide celeb.
Yeah.
Visit the bar. Instead of just those Retronauts guys.
Hey, they're nice too.
They're nice, I guess, for a podcast.
I saw Jeremy on the cover of Gin Enthusiast.
Gin aficionado? Gin aficionado? I don't know.
There you good enough. Sure.
Jeremy Parrish, the doer's profile.
All right, so that's bar news. That's all we got. I do want to I want to talk real quickly about. So I talked already about voices.com.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm trying to pursue professional voiceover work. And I've broken even. We'll see if it moves on from there. Who knows? It's fun. Here's what's really fun, and what I'm really trying to get into is voice acting, which I've never really done.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 10 and 10 counts. Who knows?
Let's see.
And then that's 11 and 11.
And some people. And then people. And some people did a thing, and people.
Well, it's part of the same series, is what I meant to say.
Yes, that is true.
It's part of the In 10 universe.
Thank you. The X in X.
Yes.
Yeah. So I found 2 websites for casting for amateur projects. One is called Hang on, I have the Discords here. I'm on both their Discord. One is called Casting Call Club.
Okay. Wow, they got Discords even, huh? They're on top of things.
And the other one is called Voice Acting Club.
Okay.
Now, the former, Casting Call Club, is an actual site with listings where you register and people post projects. And, I'm looking for a voice actor for blah, blah, blah. Voice Acting Club, the second one, is really, it's just a forum. It's just a forum and a Discord, and that's about it.
Yeah, all right.
And they both offer similar jobs. They've got paid jobs, unpaid original projects, and unpaid fan projects. And
got it.
I have run into a lot of different kinds of interesting people looking at these jobs.
What are you about to say?
Okay. I forget which one of these is, but it put up a guide recently that was like, and I want to say this. I think the admins behind these they have very good intentions and they try to do a good job.
Oh my God.
Because they put up a post recently that was like, here's some things to watch out for if you are a talent looking for a project, a client. Watch out for idea people. And I think this goes for any kind of creative endeavor. The idea person is the person who hasn't done anything and really won't do anything, but just has the idea. Like, hey, everybody, I'm almost done making my original anime series. All I need is character designers and artists and writers and composers and voice actors and editors and a videographer and musicians to play the score.
Yes.
Like,
I've seen those too. Yeah.
Right. And it seems like it is the vast majority of projects posted on these two Discords.
Yes.
It's
and I'm going to say probably because right now it is so freely accessible and it's a Discord and forum.
Yes.
Because if it was, gated in such a way like voices.com, you have that immediate filter.
Yes.
Yeah, that $3,000 filter or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's free. It's just everyone's posting projects. And
because I see it all the time in the game dev space. Because, I look at like, there's like a Reddit for Unity stuff. And, it's usually like some kid wanting help with his Unity homework or some other idea person, like you just said. And it's just like, yeah.
So most of them are idea people. And then I think the next most common is folks posting for unpaid fan projects, which is, boy, folks, you see a lot of demanding people who are asking for free work for their fan projects. And it's usually in the form of like, I need 17 voices for my Rocket League Doctor Who crossover. Must be a professional voice actor able to meet on Zoom before we record all 24 episodes. Budget 0.
Right, exactly.
It's a lot of that.
Twitter too, yeah. Just people bringing up crazy assholes who think that they can get everything for free.
Yeah, and I don't know. I understand the need to work, if you work on a budget, obviously there's some constraints, but and if you can't pay people, you can mention that up front and that's fine. Here's the shit that gets me though, is there's a lot of projects that seem accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally posted in the paid section when no money is on offer here.
Okay. Yeah.
And in fact, I think the mods had to institute a rule that's like, you can't put something in paid if you just set the price at, give me a quote. Like you have to have a number. Because there were too many people posting quote unquote paid jobs where the pay they were offering was, I don't know, give me a number.
Right. Well, I wouldn't even, don't even say that. I mean, you can just say it's paid. Like the way I've done it, it's like, this is paid. I'm not going to exactly give you a figure yet because I know you're going to be a freelance person and you should give me your rate that you have so that I know your worth. I'm not going to write, well, I don't know. Give me a quote though, wink. That's not professional.
Yeah, that's like I said, the mods are really good about providing resources. And they put together a list about freelance pay guides and like what's normal and what's acceptable.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So that helped out a lot. Another thing that's really common is someone will post something in the paid section and then a mod will say, no, you have to say how much you're paying if it's in the paid section. And then they'll write $0. And then the mod will say, why is it in the paid section? And then they'll say, no, you will get paid. I said you will get paid in any fan art that you want. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of people thinking that barter equals money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, when like that's fantastic. I can't pay my rent with Super Saiyan Gandalf drawing, which does sound awesome, by the way.
Let's just take an extreme example. Like, hey, I'd like you to draw some porno for me. In exchange, you'll get more porno. Doesn't that sound good? You seem
porno
to like
swap.
porno, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a mutual porno swap.
Yeah. We're all loving porno here. Who can complain?
So you got paid projects, which are great. I also want to preface this by saying I've not gotten any work from these sites yet. And I've submitted probably 20 or 30 auditions.
Yeah, like I said, those things that are freely available are really like, you gotta fucking wait for Cinderella to show up sometimes.
Yeah. There's also unpaid original and unpaid fan, and they are exactly what they sound like. Unpaid original is you're doing an original project, but you can't offer money. Unpaid fan is you're doing a fan project, and you can't offer money. And I've seen people post stuff in unpaid original where a mod has to swoop in and say, this goes in unpaid fan. And then the original poster will come back with, what do you mean? This is an entirely original adventure for Billy and Mandy. It is original. Like, no, that's not what that means. Like, it has to be original characters is what it means.
He's called Devin the Hedgehog because he's a hedgehog, okay?
He barely even knows Sonic.
Yeah.
Shit.
They didn't even go to the same school. This is explained in the story.
I almost got suckered into one of these because it was an unpaid original.
You didn't know what Billy and Mandy was?
No, not that. Shut up. I'm trying to like build my resume because I've never done this before. And like, wouldn't it be great if I could be like another Billy West, but it's a long road from here to there. So I'm like, I got to get something under my belt. I'll do some free work, I guess. So I found a posting in unpaid original, and I got all the way through the description almost. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds all right. I'm down with it. It was a completely normal sounding couple of paragraphs until like the last sentence, which was like, obviously this is set in the MLP FIM universe. And I'm like, all right, okay, fucking bye. Goodbye forever. So now I'm closing myself off to free shit because it's all garbage.
Yeah, definitely don't do anything for free.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like I have the luxury though. Like I have the time. I could if I want to just pad my resume.
Here's the thing. I don't think you're young enough anymore to make that mistake.
What do you mean? I'm younger than you.
If you're going to be 38, you should know not to do stuff for free.
I'm going to be 39. Wait a minute. You knew that.
That's my brass tacks thing.
Okay.
Just like you can make that mistake when you're, up to, let's say, 24.
All right.
But at this point, you should have had the.
But Ray, what if I can?
Yes, what?
But what if I can play as young as 24?
Doesn't mean you can play as stupid as 24.
Duh. I know. I know that, but the point still stands that there is nothing on my resume because I got started late on this. On the one hand, I agree with you. I think that it's.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's beneath me, but I do want to be like, I do have other things I can be doing. What?
Well, also, you already got paid. You already did a thing on voices.com.
Yeah, but I want more. And like, listen, that's the thing about like reading copy is it's kind of boring and it's a job. Like doing voice acting seems like it would be more fun.
I'm trying to tell you the distinction doesn't matter because you have experience doing voice work and you got paid for it. You have now crossed the threshold. You should now only continue to try to get paid for it.
No, but it's not the same kind of thing, though. Like, voiceover is not the same as voice acting. It's like giving...
it doesn't matter in this case.
Giving a valid... Yes, it does. Giving a valedictorian speech is not the same thing as acting in a play on stage.
Paid.
Right.
You
for
got
a
paid
different
for doing
job.
Voice work
for
is
a different job.
Fucking point to you.
How do you not understand the difference between recording like a commercial and recording a sitcom?
Why do you think I don't understand the difference? I'm fully aware of the difference. I'm trying to tell you, as someone looking to get more experience and work in your fields, of doing voice work, not voice acting, not just voice overing, voice work of all types, that because you've already been paid once or twice now, you have paid experience at this point. You've crossed that threshold.
But it's not the same job.
Okay. You're not listening to me because you keep going back to, it's not the same. Well then, okay, fine. Do what you want then.
Okay, sorry. Let me reframe it like this. They are different skill sets. And yes, of course, I'm comfortable getting paid for the one skill set, but not for the other yet.
You're not listening to me.
You're not listening to me. We're not listening. Are we not listening to each other? Let me see if I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
You are saying that because I've done paid voiceover work, I should be comfortable, or no, I should not be doing free voice acting work.
You got the core of what I'm saying, but I'm trying to not focus on the fact that they are different.
Okay, well, I feel like that's an important fact to focus on.
The thing I'm trying to put the umbrella over is that there are voice-based jobs and work experience out there. And that because you have experience in one, you should have the confidence to be able to look for paid work in the other.
Right. No, I do. But confidence doesn't equate to ability.
Now we're getting into more of a thing of what I think is a higher level sort of thing about doing paid creative work in general, because
yes,
it's also about knowing your worth. And when people say that, they do mean
yes. So you do understand.
I was about to finish what I was saying. That when people do say that piece of advice, though, what they are really saying is that charge more than what you just did charge, right? Like they want to encourage freelance creative people to, charge more of whatever's close to a market rate or whatever, provided that they have a market rate to base off things on. To go back to what you're saying, yes, there is a nuance to it. And yes, it's not fully black and white. I can admit that. It's not something where you do have to look for paid work all the time. There is a nuanced part of it, a gray part, where someone can just trust their own gut and be like, yes, even though I'm not getting paid as much, or if anything at all, this might be a fun step or a productive step to what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. I understand that. I want to boil my thing down to there's a much wider difference, I think, than you or a lot of people think between, hi, I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6 and a Liquid Snake monologue. Whereas I have gotten paid for one, I have not gotten paid for the other because I don't necessarily have the training for it yet, is all I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I haven't done any of this yet. I sure would like to, but I also don't know what's expected of me, or, it's all new. This is a new frontier for me.
Okay.
I would just like you to understand where I am, like with regards to my attitude.
Right. Yeah. Once again, I do fully understand the difference.
Okay.
There was no argument there.
Yeah. It's not just open your mouth and words come out. Here's your money.
You mentioned training though, and I feel like doing the training is not exactly part and parcel with asking for money for it. Of course, you would have to learn more about the nuances, as you said, of voice acting.
Yes, which I know very little about, other than have fun, I guess.
And of course, you would have to do some samples. You would have to create something on your own that you think is appropriate.
Right.
And after you,
I have it right here.
Paisley. After you've done the suitable amount of learnings.
Yes. Watch out, radioactive man.
The thing is that I just thought you can do that and still ask money for it.
Yes.
Once you have,
yes.
those
I plan
samples
to.
Okay.
I plan to. Yes, I plan to. Like I was, yes. I mean, this whole conversation was to building up to me saying, yeah, I'm not giving any more time and effort to free projects anymore. It's paid only. Yes.
Okay, cool. So why do we have that fight? It's my fault. I know.
Because it's our natural state.
No, mostly my fault. I understand.
Optimus.
You ever seen Transformers?
A couple of them, yeah.
That's acting.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You
know how
hard
hard
a robot
Do you
with
know
lips.
how? Hey, shut up. Do you know how fucking hard it is to pretend to be a guy named Sam Witwicky?
Yeah, pretty hard.
Yes, once.
Very difficult. Turns out it really fucks you up.
Turns you into a cannibal.
Yeah. Some weirdo who says he doesn't want to be an actor anymore.
Right? Then they got to get rid of him. And then Michael Bay's like, shit, get me the guy from the Italian Job remake. He's our new guy.
Yeah.
And then his assistant producer was like, Ed Norton? He's like, yeah, I don't fucking, whatever his name is.
The Italy Job. What? We just went there the other day.
The Eatalian Job.
We got a nice prosciutto.
Oh, yeah, driving around in mini prosciutors. Oh my God, the Eatalian Job sounds so great.
I'm going to go to Italy and I'm going to record myself looking at cheese and calling everything a mozzarella.
No, mozzarella.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
They
got a Schvoyadel?
That's a fine looking mozzarella.
They got Schvoyadel? That's one of those Italian desserts. It doesn't look anything like it's spelled.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's probably much like British towns.
It's probably my favorite Italian dessert. Yes, a lot of those. Right? Buckinghamshire. That's, I guess, kind of similar.
Buckinghamshire.
Mate.
Melbourne?
Melbourne. I guess we have that as well. We have Louisville.
Oh, we have plenty of it, yeah.
Right, yeah. Here's what gets me. There's 2 towns with the same name, one in Pennsylvania, one in Ohio with different pronunciations.
Which is?
I forget which is which now. I think Pennsylvania is Lancaster and Ohio is Lancaster.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. One's Amish country and one's just more corn.
My people call it maize. All right. Well, I'm glad we got through that firestorm of us.
Thank you. Yes. Please edit that down so we sound slightly less petty.
Well, yes, I will edit down at least me taking pauses to try and sort my thoughts so that I can navigate the minefield that is Alex.
Okay.
It's the same thing with all of our arguments where, like, I say some shit off call or whatever. You get upset, and then I immediately slow way down as I very carefully choose my words so that I do not set you off again for another 5 minutes.
I'm a good work guy.
Yeah.
Good fun. Good fun.
Oh, that's fun.
That's fun.
God.
Oh my God. All right. I'm starving. I gotta go eat a lunch. Can we wrap this up? I'm making the wrap it up. Oh, we got a call. I forgot we got a phone call.
Wait, no, we have one more game segment.
We have one more. We do.
A new version of a game called
Persona.
Who cares?
Persona 345.
Cool. All right. We have one voicemail. This is from Demo Weasel, the demonstration or demographic weasel. I've
Demolition.
never. Oh shit! Sylvester Stallone. Wait, who plays Marcus Phoenix? Is that a Wesley Snipes?
It is also his own original character, Demo Weasel the Hedgehog.
No, I'm trying to come up with furry names for either Wesley Snipes for either Wesley Snipes or Sylvester Stallone, and it's not coming.
Well, Wesley Snipe is a snipe.
Oh, Snipes a thing, right?
Yeah.
You ever caught one of them nematodes? Doug had to do that.
No, I've been trying to block skunks off my property.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that was going to be a conversation topic today, but that's okay.
More skunk convo? We can do it.
Let's do the call first.
All right, fine. I'm going to play it right now. Here it goes.
Hi, Ray and Alex. This is Demo Weasel again. I'm calling because I wanted to share something that I shared on the Discord with the other listeners that folks who aren't on the Discord might not know about. There's this toy I had when I was a kid. It was called Big Big Loader. It was basically this, like, think of the K'NEX Ball Factory thing, except you didn't actually have to make it out of K'NEX pieces yourself or anything. It would move the little balls through this machine, basically, and it was construction set themed. Anyway, they had a commercial for it that had a puppet basically singing a song for the product. And at the end of it, it's a toy that's made by Tomy. So the Muppet says, "Trust Tomy to think of it," which was the slogan, I guess, for the company. Anyway, in the YouTube comments for this commercial, I saw somebody who was very confused and misheard what the Muppet was saying and wrote, "Trucktonium, think of it. What does the Muppet mean by this?" And ever since then, my fiance and I have always laughed about it and wondered what exactly trucktonium could be. What do you think it is?
Thank you, Demo. I love it. Demo Weasel posted this anecdote on the Discord a few months ago, and it made me laugh myself into a fit. I find this to be hilarious. The idea that a child would mishear trust Tommy to think of it as... I can't even get it out now.
What was it? Trucktonium?
Trucktonium. Think of it. Because that's the context I imagine is like a mad scientist is proposing a wild new element that will eradicate humanity. You know,
or
it just say what?
That's what Black Panther made his suit out of, right?
Oh, right. Yes, true. It was Trucktonium.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it also sounds like that. It sounds like a fantasy element that's going to revolutionize the world. Yeah. I love it so much. It makes me laugh. Sometimes my brain will pull it out of storage if I need a laugh every now and then. It's one of those.
That's how you operate,
my God.
yeah.
Trucktonium. Think of it. Oh, what the fuck is Trucktonium? Oh, it's like unobtainium. It's like, all right. Thank you, Demo. Thank you for keeping it to a pithy 90 seconds.
All right, well, that's our one voicemail. 805-NMW Talk is the number to call, and I guess maybe one should call it, we could use
give
some
us
more
a call.
voicemails.
Pick up the phone. We're all alone.
I mean, look, people, if you want a prompt, what's your favorite fucking cereal? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should be giving, action items, giving a prompt.
Hey, folks, do you have an old CRT television? Do you like it? Do you play old video games on it? I do.
I think we already hit gold with what's your favorite cereal.
All right, fine.
What's your favorite cereal and why?
It's a callback to episode 1 of No More Whopper.
Yeah. Sparkle Spangles?
Yep.
Sparkle Spangles? Was that the name of the episode?
Yes, it was. Also a callback to episode 223 of No More Whoppers.
Oh, what was that
where,
one?
Well, you used, and I mentioned Hidden Treasures.
Oh, that was the previous episode. Yes. Okay. Hidden Treasures, that's right.
That's the joke.
Hey, that really sucked.
Wait.
Yeah, you're not.
That's not it.
It cost $80 million.
Do I have everything but that's the joke?
That's the joke.
Oh, there it is. Okay. That's the whole reason I got clips from that episode.
That's the joke.
All right.
Optimus.
Great.
I just like that really sucked guy.
Dankaccino. Hey, that really sucked.
Great. Thanks.
Anyway, thank you, Demo Weasel. Speaking of furries,
yes.
I'm still fighting skunks. I've been trying to block off skunks from exploiting various corners on my property.
Oh no!
It's their season for loving, and they love to dig up under the fence and then go into our small backyard and dig holes into it looking for food. This has been going on basically nonstop for several weeks now as I try and fill a hole, find out on the security camera that overnight they dig up the hole and still go party on the lawn. And then me the next morning trying to reinforce the hole that I dug again the next night, seeing them on the camera again, going back the next morning and basically me redoing the hole and or driving to the hardware store to buy new stones or bricks to fill the hole. That's basically it. Just a whole rigmarole that I've been going on. And hasn't been fun, although I do get some yard work experience, I guess. Yeah, at least the bricks aren't too much.
I can't help you if you don't upload an error log.
Excuse me?
That's the number one response people get when they post on the OBS forums about technical issues, and I thought it would be funny to apply to skunks in your yard.
Oh God, yeah. Well, pretty much. I feel the same way. I think now it's gone to a point where I can finally stop them, and they haven't shown up tonight, and so I think we're good.
Yeah.
There was multiple times where I had to go out to the store and buy bricks to fill up holes because they would, like I said, exploit corners in the fence that I did not see previously.
That's a Dolly Parton, certainly.
Yeah. But holy shit, they love to dig.
They do. They love it.
Yes.
They crave it.
It wasn't enough to just, get a couple of stones to fill up and patched up with dirt. You have to get multiple bricks and stones to fill up the entire length of the entire hole, or else they're just going to veer right a little bit and make a new hole in the corner.
Cool.
Make a whole new problem. So,
jeez.
Holy shit. And by the way, skunks do not have a great line of sight.
No?
And I've read things where they won't, they're scared of light, for example. And our cameras have spotlights and stuff. They don't give a shit. They don't notice at all. And in fact, I have stepped outside within feet of them, and they do not notice me. I have to basically make a whole commotion for them to even notice me. They are so determined on their one goal of trying to dig up holes and get food that is quite interesting. We also have a lemon tree, some lemons on the ground. I've tried to roll a lemon towards them to scare them, perhaps bump into them. My aim has not been that good, but it has rolled past them, and they just look at it and go, what the well, whatever.
It's a lemon.
And back to digging.
Have you considered setting up lights outside?
Yeah, hey, I've done it.
Oh.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
No, in fact, the only thing that has worked is just blocking off the holes entirely.
Wait, what about lights, though?
Okay, listen. Bricks and stones and holes are the real remedy here.
Okay. Sorry, I missed the light thing, because I heard you say that they don't like light, but then it cut right to they don't have a good line of sight. I must have missed the light thing.
No, I said our cameras have spotlights, but they don't notice it.
Oh,
anyway.
No, I mean like setting up proper lights, like dedicated, not cameras with spotlights, but like
what, lamps?
Yeah, lamps. That's the word.
No, I don't think that'll help.
Fuck.
I did have a moment where I did shine a light around them, and maybe they were freaked out by a shadow, because then the guy jumped back a little bit, and I was like,
the guy. Sorry.
I actually don't know if it's moms or dads out there hunting.
I love referring to a skunk as the guy.
A skunk couple showed up on the camera one morning.
Aww.
And they were just walking right up next to each other the entire way across the lawn. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I did once recently, a few months ago. I had to yell at a group of pigeons because I thought, like, usually pigeons are very bold, but usually they'll get out of your way once you get right on their ass.
Yeah.
And there was a group of pigeons on the sidewalk that was not moving. And as I got closer, I thought for sure I was going to hit them. So I panicked and I just shouted, "Guys!"
I do remember the story.
Yeah. And then they moved. They moved. Fortunately, they all took a step to the left.
Yeah, it's wonderful the amount of creatures we have around here. All of a sudden,
oh no.
There's neighborhood cats. The cats are basically just scared of humans anyway, so they're not gonna bother once you get near them. A couple of possums showed up. Of course, I did tell the story of disposing of the dead possum.
Yeah.
But smaller possums have been seen on camera. They don't hang around too often, though. Raccoons as well just kind of stroll across the property, and that's all. But the skunks, holy shit, they've been the real troublemakers. And I think I've sealed every possible hole that I can now.
Have you considered infiltrating their ranks and then trying to get them to leave, from the inside?
No. There was one of these attempts where I was seen where they might have had a hole, and I pulled back the big brick that I had, and then I just see from the other side of the fence like the back of a skunk, and it's just like been sleeping there. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just leave you there. Have a nice day.
Cool.
Apparently it was dozing peacefully because, again, it was not immediately freaked out or anything.
Oh boy, what a life.
Boy howdy, yeah.
What a way to live. That's fun. Well, I hope the situation picks up for you.
Yeah, because, about to have a baby, I would like to not have to deal with the skunk every day. While also having to, try and sleep.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, you are. That was a drop. That wasn't me saying you're not trying.
So how about you? When are you going to have a baby?
Unknown?
Okay.
It's not really on our to-do list. However, tomorrow we are going to visit 4 apartments. Hold on, because we're interested in buying them. We're not just popping over to random people's places.
Correct.
My bar senpai Hiro introduced me to. He knows a rogue realtor, who's
what a
I guess he works. I guess he works for a company. Like I don't quite understand what his position is, but he has access to a lot of these a lot of resources that real estate agencies have access to, and he's going to be our real estate guy. And he charges the same as any of the larger real estate companies, only he has access to more properties, and he's on our side. He's going to try to haggle for a discount from the buyers, which real estate companies don't give a fuck about.
I've heard Nationwide is on our side.
It depends on whose side that is.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy's cool. He sent me 8 properties yesterday. Me and the Rurs narrowed it down to 4, and we're going to go around the city and see them tomorrow. I'm very excited because I want a dedicated recording/streaming room. I want a room that I can soundproof and sound treat and lose myself in Eminem style doing voice recordings.
The music, the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Mom spaghetti.
Never ever let it go.
You got to let it go sometimes, but not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at a 3 LDK. It would be nice if we could swing a 4 LDK.
Whoa, yeah. Moving on up.
Because you know what? We'd like to have a 4 LDK, ideally, because if we had that extra room, Ruri could just have one room as her closet, which is kind of her dream. Is to what's a better walk-in closet than a room? Because clothes are her hobby. But now I'm like, what if they have to be the same room? Oh, that's also good. Guess what absorbs sound real well? Clothes. It's clothes. So, like, maybe my studio will just be me surrounded by dresses and winter coats and whatnot. I'm fine with that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Veronica's closet.
Yeah. We're dealing. It's a new situation for both of us. And it's going to cost us a lot of money. I'm probably going to end up using most of the stimulus money that I got from the government. But guess what? It's my money now. So
yeah,
it's going right back into the economy. And isn't that what they wanted?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
A 4 LDK, like, isn't that pricey? I mean,
yeah,
you're in Nagoya.
Yeah, well, I mean we found one.
A flyover city, but
we found one in our price range. But it might be, it's either too far away or it's on the floors. It's on a low floor. Like, okay. I also want something high up so that I don't get street noise.
Well, also not, filthy or bug ridden.
Also that. Because right now I get, even though we're on the 6th floor, I get a fair amount of street noise because this is the main drag of Nagoya City. I'm on the direct path from Nagoya Station to downtown.
Yeah.
It's a great location, but it's also a little bit loud. And for some reason, I get people skateboarding outside my window at 3 a.m.
Wow, skate or die.
Yeah.
Alex would prefer the latter.
I hear folks skateboarding down the street, and then I hear them coming, and then I hear them going, and I think, oh, good, they're gone. Then I hear them coming again from the other direction.
Yeah.
And that repeats for about an hour.
So I don't.
Skateboarding's not a crime, but it should be.
I don't live near a main drag, but I do live in San Jose, California, and that has a big street racing scene.
Oh dear.
And sideshow scene, which means idiot kids squealing their sports cars in the middle of the night, and it's not so close that it is bothering us, but it is audible in the middle of the night sometimes, at least for me. It doesn't bother my wife so much, but I can hear cars, doing drag racing or whatever. And in fact, like, somebody just did donuts in our little intersection the other day.
Oh, fun.
So somebody was squealing very close to us in the middle of the day, mind you.
I bet the skunks didn't even notice.
It was like 2 PM and someone just started doing donuts. And it was just like, okay,
boy.
This isn't even a parking lot.
I thought you were into drag racing. That's why I got you that custom car horn that sounds like the Super Nintendo Konami logo.
I know, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh.
Which is a different thing entirely.
It is.
Womp womp. You just said that. Okay, we're getting up to 3 hours here. It might be time to shut this all down.
Yes.
Unless you have anything else, otherwise that is the end of the show this time.
I covered everything. I like my new audio stuff. I'm trying to make it's weird because I don't want to make a career out of it because my career is the bar. But I am planning for, maybe in the future doing a little career turn. Like, I don't want to close the bar. I want to keep the bar going as long as I can. But also, it's real fun doing voice stuff. But here's my promise to you, the listener. I will not bore you again with my audio talk because it's very. It seemed to me to be very self-serving and just kind of boring when I got to the technical stuff. So we'll try to keep it more interesting on the next episode, where Ray and I infiltrate a sex cult.
Hey, I look at the bright side of it in that
What's that?
You weren't talking about Final Fantasy XIV this time.
I can.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. 30 seconds of FF14 talk. I was in a static group to do Savage content, and then they disbanded, and then 2 hours after they disbanded, my subscription was up, so I'm like, okay, break time.
All right, cool.
So I'm off 14 for the time being. I might come back when new content drops. That's it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. I mean,
and also with you.
My other point of that was that at least I can talk with you about audio equipment.
That's true. I would talk at you about FF14.
Yeah. All right. Alex, what's our website?
It is nomorewhoppers.com.
Correct. And what can
What's
you
our
find
phone
on
number?
our website?
Oh, you can find our Tumblr.
Nope.
And I thought it just goes right to the Tumblr. Doesn't it
does.
redirect to the Tumblr? Oh.
But that means you don't need to say you can find it, because it's already on it.
You will see the Tumblr.
No.
Yes, you will. Right?
What else will you see?
Oh, links to merch. You can buy T-shirts.
Yes.
You can. What do you mean? Yes.
Of
course you can.
What has more priority? What should we mention first?
Oh, that's the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to patreon.com. You should have just led with go to patreon.com/nomorewhoppers. Go there.
I wanted to be a dick.
Become a gold mission accomplished. You can become a gold subscriber for a measly $1, or you can become a golder subscriber for 5 honkin' big ones a month, which will get you access not only to this episode ad-free a week early, but also our bonus show, Gold in 16 Seconds. A trip down memory lane, if memories live in 2003.
In more ways than one.
In several ways.
And we also have a Discord.
We do!
Find the link there.
Yeah, find the link. Find the link somewhere.
Yeah.
It's Discord.
It's not just Patreon exclusive. Anybody can come to our Discord.
Yes, anybody can. If you're on the Patreon, you can link it up so your name has fancy colors, but you don't have to do that either.
No.
Yeah.
You don't even have to talk.
There are several Golder subscribers who don't bother to do that, but I know they're Golder subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And there's Golder subscribers there who have never talked and have probably never even entered the Discord.
That's right.
Even though some of them may be friends of ours.
That's right. Yes, and that's okay.
Want their spot blown up, so I'm not going to say anything further.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, wait, we're talking about redacted, right?
Yes, redacted.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
And our phone number now.
Oh, is that the 805 NMW talk?
That is correct.
I forget what that is in numbers. 805-669...
Ooh, close. You almost there. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
Damn it!
805-669-8255.
8255.
8255 is the number to call.
Is that east or west of the Mississippi?
Our 100th caller gets tickets to Whitesnake.
Oh.
At the Lancaster Pavilion.
Here, oh, no! Oh, I live at the Lancaster Pavilion! Here I go again on my own.
And that's why I need you to make better references than I do.
Thank you. That was great. We had fun. What an episode. Also, don't forget to check out my junk. Go to pitui.org. That's PITOHUI.org. You can find a link to my Twitch and my Twitter and God knows what else. Voices.com. Hire me. I'll do your birthday party. Pipe me in. Hey, what are you wearing there, kid? Is that a polo shirt? That's my crowd work. What do you think? Actually, no, for real, if you do want to hire me for anything, do not go through voices.com. They take 20%. Please just email me directly.
Your manager says for you to shut up.
Vera said that?
Okay, I'm on Twitter as RDBAAA. Also, my game company is Bipedal Dog. Also on Twitter under that name. Buy a game called Blast Rush or a Playdate game called Mash Gadget. Those are things I've made. We are, of course, No More Whoppers on Twitter. Where we might have something related to this show on there at times. Right, Alex?
Some fun goofs.
Yeah.
Goofs.
Goofs. Yes. Wear my fancy goofs. Did you promote the bar already? Do you want to promote the bar?
Oh, yes, don't forget you can come down and visit my bar, much like Jero did. It's in Nagoya, Japan. It's called Critical Hits. You can follow that account on Twitter at Critical Hit Nag. I've been posting more on Instagram for the bar, which I think is critical.hit.bar, but who gives a shit? I don't really like Instagram.
Wow.
Follow me on Twitter. That's more fun.
Ringing endorsement.
Hey, I mean, the bar's great. Come to the bar. Bar's fun. Come hang out.
I'm going to follow it right now. How about that,
Good.
smart guy?
Hey, and I'm saying this right now in public to hold my ass to it. The bar is going to go... What? Don't smirk at me.
I'm smirking.
The bar is going to go non-smoking probably within the next year. So look forward to that.
All right. How about Alex going that?
Well, that's part of that, yes.
Okay, cool.
I felt like that was the bigger news, was the bar.
Oh, hey, good news. I already followed critical.hit.bar on Instagram.
Thank you. Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Thank you. It's mostly pictures of lemons.
Okay. To toss at skunks.
Yeah. Do you see any skunks in those photos? That's what I thought.
No. A big bearded guy, though.
That's Grant. He's the IT manager at the Hilton.
All right.
If he's listening to this, it means he listens to podcasts while he tries to get to sleep. So wake the fuck up, Grant! Time for school!
Hey, now, podcasts are technically IT.
That's true.
It is an information technology.
I know. I thought it was internet technology.
No, it's information technology.
Oh, fuck. That's too broad.
Well, I mean, listen. We can't all be your tight little perfect space every time. You know what I mean?
Sorry. I like space.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
All right.
Well, that's it.
We did it.
We began with big news. We ended with no news.
No, they say no news is good news.
Yes, indeed.
So we bring you the good news. Have you heard the good news about no more Whoppers?
Have you heard the good news about no nude?
No nudes?
Not on this show, no.
Okay.
Maybe on Patreon.
Yeah, get out. Yes. Obviously, check out our OnlyFans.
Maybe Critical Hit should be on OnlyFans.
Is there a service to post pictures of puddings called OnlyFlans?
Well, there is a site called OnlyFlans, but it's just John Flansburgh.
That's cool too. Oh yes, hopes and dreams. Well wishes to John Flansburgh, who was in a horrible car accident recently and broke some ribs. He's laid up in the hospital. He's not doing great. They just had a big tour scheduled after coming out of the pandemic.
They literally started the tour and then he got in a car accident.
Yeah, so hoping he heals up soon. He's a fun guy.
Cool.
And I embarrassed myself in front of him publicly at their show in Pittsburgh in 2001 or 2.
That sounds like you.
Yeah.
Embarrassing yourself in front of celebrities.
He was signing ticket stubs after the show, and I was just being obnoxious.
You think Jero likes They Might Be Giants?
I don't know. I don't know if it's his jam.
Okay. Well, Alex, thanks for being a good sport this time.
Anytime.
Everybody else, keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around until after the show. No, jazz is kind of cool. Why don't we just, listen for a while? I got some Coltrane albums.
Find some gold in there, you grizzled old prospector.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll go panning later.
All right, good. That's what the pan knob is for. For finding podcast gold.